Ladies and gentlemen, we will be returning to the action in 30 seconds.
At night, Orlando can be quiet, peaceful, or it can be exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is an Extreme Rules match.
Welcome back to the collaboration between Circle 6 and No Peace Underground. This is It's Not What You Think. Use the hashtag C6 No Peace all throughout the night, and you just heard the announcement. Ryan, as if we haven't been extreme enough, we're about to have a match that, quite frankly, I didn't think we would ever see.
No, we're talking a deathmatch legend versus a wrestling legend. This one is going to be something that you must see, must watch, and I gotta tell you, you should give us your words, your feedback, and all of that at the hashtag of C6 No Peace, and tell us what you're thinking when you watch this matchup that's about to take place between Masada and Gangrel.
Perfectly said as we await the entrance of the master of the skewers, a 20-year veteran. Masada thus far has devoured all of his opponents in No Peace Underground, including the likes of Hoodfoot at Murder Mania, John Wayne Murdoch back at Asmodeus, Jimmy Lloyd in the Shattered Dreams match at Already Dead, but now this could be the biggest challenge he's had to date.
Yeah, the ultra-violent beast is known worldwide, and he's held titles wherever he's at. And today, he's going to step in the ring against the legendary Gangrel.
Just got chills down my spine hearing that.
I mean, hearing that, indeed, one of the greatest entrance themes ever made in the world of professional wrestling. And this is the remix, Bangin' and Bangin' by Danio.
He has arrived. If there is anyone who would welcome sinister and bloody competition, it is that being right there, known as Gangrel.
35 years in this industry and still going strong, still an attraction, still a draw, and still a man who inflicts pain inside the ring to all opponents that are willing to step up against him.
Not to mention the most terrifying teeth, quite frankly, in the history of professional wrestling. Oh!
Had them surgically implanted.
Well, that's what the myth about him is. For all we know, they could have naturally grown like that. This is Gangrel, after all.
Absolutely. Trained by the great Boris Malenko, this man is a black heart of destruction.
Both men
Introducing first, from Waco, Texas, weighing in at 235 pounds, the ultra-violent beast, Masada! And his opponent, from Santa Cruz, California, weighing in at 255 pounds, the Vampire Warrior, Gangrel!
You heard Masada being announced from Waco, Texas, and he got his original start at the Texas Wrestling Academy. You know who was the head of that, Johnny, don't you?
I believe that would be Shawn Michaels.
That would be.
Quick start here. Masada wasting no time, charging after Gangrel. And if you are someone like Masada, what would your strategy be against Gangrel?
I mean, you got to take it to him with ruthless and relentless force. You got to be tenacious. You got to be vindictive. You got to be voracious, and you got to be nonstop.
And this fight has spilled to the outside very quickly. Gangrel and Masada trading strikes. Now Gangrel giving chase. And Gangrel, you know, he's won so many matches from psychology alone, often even before the bell has rung. he's a mastermind in so many ways.
Absolutely a mastermind, methodical and calculating. His style is timeless, and his energy is everlasting. As we said, 35-year pro, over 50 years old, and still able to just bring violence like no other.
Speaking of violence, a transition, a quick reversal there by Gangrel is now Masada struggling here on the outside. Gangrel on the attack.
And he's biting him with those fangs.
God. Anything goes in this match. It is Extreme Rules. The kind of rules that No Peace Underground fans are a little more used to. And they are being treated to Gangrel and Masada.
Extreme rules, no rules, anarchy, and carnage is what we've come to expect at No Peace Underground.
You know, we talk about how tenacious Gangrel has been. 35 years, he's still going strong. But Masada, his entire career has been built on refusing to stay down. He's competed, defeated opponents all over the globe. He's won the GCW Ultra Violent Tournament. He's been in the King of the Death matches. He's won the Tournament of Death. I mean, my God. And he's not afraid to use some cinder blocks.
20-plus years of being a creative cultivator of carnage and annihilation, and he looks to continue that trend in this matchup against Gangrel, who's stalking from behind.
I was going to say, meanwhile, Gangrel is also looking for some weapons, but realizes kind of caught Masada sleeping there. And you have to believe if either one of those cinder blocks come into play, that's going to spell doom for whoever gets hit.
Oh, 100% Laquasto. I mean, you can't expect to get hit on a cinder block and be able to continue a match.
And Masada
rolls him in forcibly.
This fight is finally, almost back inside the ring. Look how quickly Gangrel.
And that's the 35-year-old vet who understands how to use the ring to his advantage, takes advantage of Masada stepping through the ropes, using the rope to his advantage with that kick, and now Masada is down and out.
Well, they say vampires are ageless. I mean, you look at Gangrel, he's proven that point. You know, yes, he may not be quite as fast as he was 20 years ago, but he's still very calculated. Like you said, he knows every single part of the ring.
A career that seems to be eternal and maybe infinite, but not if taking the shot from those baking sheets.
Just a thud on the thick skull of Gangrel, and now Masada utilizing the steel chair to the midsection.
Shots like that can lead to some sort of encephalitis, but
Gangrel returning the favor now. Back elbow in the corner. Gangrel, oh my God!
Did you see the intensity of the eyes of Gangrel, who looks like he's looking for murder right now?
Absolutely is. In a matter of seconds, Gangrel completely shifting the momentum in this match. And now a cluster of elbows to the head of Masada, now biting the forehead. We're starting to see the blood run down the face of the master of the skewers.
Old-fashioned bloodletting in this ring, and there you see it dripping down the face of Masada.
Ryan, you know those ropes are very unforgiving, especially on an open wound. Now Gangrel, pinpoint perfection with the elbow drop. And now hooks the leg into the cover, and Masada able to kick out at 2.
Like a shark smelling the chum in the water, Gangrel does as well, as it's that blood that gives him the eternal energy to keep fighting forever.
And in a match like this, he can bite Masada. This sounds crazy to say.
It does sound crazy.
I feel crazy saying it.
Gangrel carrying over the 2 cinder blocks. Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Oh, gosh.
Masada prone on the canvas, and now Gangrel using the cinder block to the thoracic spine. Oh, no, he's not finished. Holy smokes! Masada introduced the cinder blocks, but Gangrel just destroyed them.
I mean, I'm speechless right now, watching concrete shatter and disintegrate across the back of Masada. And now Gangrel grabbing a choke. and just grinding it like sandpaper. The granite, the concrete, whatever, the rocks across the wounds of Masada's head. This is disgusting.
Ryan, I have to ask this question. I mean, we know the violent history of Masada in death matches and the like, but are you a little surprised at how adept Gangrel is right now? Oh, what a clothesline.
No, as the veteran that we've talked about he is, he's seen it all, and he's been involved in all sorts of matches, all styles of matches, and he has the experience to know how to handle himself in those situations. What? Masada's trying to break the chair and use... He's trying to use a piece of piping.
He's bending it at a certain angle. I'm not... only Masada knows with his vindictive imagination. Oof.
23 years I've been around this sport, and I've never seen someone try to damage a chair to use it, to use a piece of it as a weapon.
You saw Masada buy himself a little more time there as he's trying to do a little bit of steel work with this chair. I'm not quite sure if he achieved what he was looking for there, but the chair's now back inside the ring. Oh! But now Gangrel using that very same chair.
Yeah, Masada enduring the effects of the steel chair.
Oof. We didn't see it, but we heard it, and now right to the top of the skull, as once again, this fight has spilled to the outside. And now Gangrel
across the throat,
using the steel.
You see the blood dripping across that chair.
Is Masada going to give up?
And I said it before, look at the eyes of Gangrel. The thirst for blood and brutality.
There's no doubt, Ryan, that thirst is being quenched right now.
Bashing and battering Masada's back and head with that chair.
Oh, wait a minute, low blow by Masada. That is not something we often see from him. As violent as he is, as vicious as he is, he rarely has to resort to a low blow.
But that's the stakes at hand, and in this matchup, having to do what it takes by any means necessary to walk out of this ring with a victory.
That's exactly what it is. Into a cover goes Masada, and Gangrel powers out. At this point, even the vision of Masada might be affected by the blood.
Yeah, need to prevent the coagulation of the blood from getting stuck in the eyes and almost becoming like a glue and closing the eyelids.
Almost 260 pounds hoisted on the shoulders. Quick counter there by Gangrel.
A barrage of elbows.
Now he's got a sleeper hold locked in. Masada able to fight his way out of it. Now he locks in a sleeper hold. Can he put the vampire to sleep?
Pressure on the carotid artery, trying to stop the blood supply.
Saito! Right under the back of the neck of Masada. And we are back at square one as both men fighting their way to a standing position.
Let us know what you think of the heart and fight from both of these men at hashtag Circle6NoPeace.
Oh! Top turnbuckle, full speed. The damage done to the back of Masada. Now Gangrel. This could be the moment he puts away the master of the skewers. Now a clothesline over the top.
Masada grabbing at his knee right there.
As you know, Ryan, it's not an easy landing onto the concrete. There is no protection there.
No protection at all. And then just the momentum of being sent over. Heels overhead, landing hard on the ground, tweaking the knee. And now trying to protect himself right now as Gangrel stays on the offensive attack.
You know, it may be surprising to say that, but someone look at this as an upset if Gangrel is able to take out Masada. This is Masada's kind of match.
You're absolutely right about that. And you got to wonder why Gangrel would have signed the dotted line of this contract. What does this man have to prove at this point in his career to take on a competitor of the caliber of Masada?
I think the answer to that is Gangrel loves pain. He loves dishing it out. He loves taking it. And he loves violence. He's proven that, like you said, for over 3 decades, now using the ring apron to his advantage. All weapons are legal, including the apron.
A masochist of misery using that ring apron and trying to snuff out the air supply of Masada.
And there's that devil eye, once again, of Gangrel. Oof. Almost another low blow there by Masada.
Masada is just trying to find anything he has to just stay in this match right now.
Ooh. This has been an all-out brawl from the opening moments, and now he's got the skewers out.
Does.
Where the hell did they come from? Oh, God, right into the forehead of Gangrel, and usually this spells the end for his opponents. What does Masada have up his sleeve next? I don't even know where they came from. Oh, he's not done yet.
No, he's
not. Oh,
not.
dear God.
Driving and grinding them inside of the skin, impaling Gangrel.
Oh, this never gets easier to see. He is not finished. He's driving them in, like you said, Ryan, and oh my God, he might just make Gangrel pass out.
Gangrel usually looking for the impaler DDT, but instead being impaled inside the ring by the skewers of Masada.
But Gangrel appears to... Oh no, there it is. Wait a minute, Gangrel! Able to counter, are you kidding me? Hold on. Masada
Masada-mizer!
Down goes Gangrel, and Masada victorious.
Here is your winner, Masada!
Masada hit Gangrel with the Masada-mizer Death Valley driver, and Gangrel is just completely out of it right now. Blood dripping from his face, the impact of that driver, and Masada has his arm held up high in victory.
But what we saw there was almost a supernatural reaction by Gangrel. Most opponents, the moment those skewers pierce the flesh, that's the beginning of the end. Masada hits the sodomizer, it's over. Gangrel went back on the offensive for a brief moment before Masada was able to counter. That was purely incredible to witness. But nonetheless, Masada walks out victorious and remains undefeated in No Peace Underground action. But wow, what a fight that was.
Absolutely, LaQuasto and his Gangrel gets his composure. He demonstrates an infinite deathlessness and indestructibility. This man will fight on forever.
Orlando has long been known as the City Beautiful. At night, Orlando can be quiet, peaceful, or it can be exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
We are back on It's Not What You Think, hashtag C6 No Peace. And we just saw brutal physicality between Gangrel and Masada. And that physicality is about to continue.
You speak the truth, John LaQuasto, and let me tell you this, while we were in that little break, I had a chance to go into the back, and I saw that a who's who of Florida's finest fighters have made their way to the District Event Center to check out their future competition because they see what's on the line here at Circle 6 and No Peace Underground.
Well, right now, we see Ricky Shane Page, and the scars on his body tell the tale of almost 2 decades of vicious battles. Many would call him the head of the snake of 440. But my God, does Ricky Shane Page have a fight in front of him tonight.
The Midwest Martyr has bitten off a huge meal in Jacob Fatu.
If there is any force that could take down 440, it might be Contra's own Jacob Fatu, the longest reigning MLW champion in history at 819 days. Finally came to an end this past October when he fell to Hammerstone. But you talk about someone who has skyrocketed in their career over the past couple of years. Look no further than Fatu.
Absolutely, the Samoan werewolf is a werewolf indeed.
Introducing first, from Sandusky, Ohio, he is the leader of 440, Ricky Shane Page. And his opponent, from the mist of Samoa, he is the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Even though this match has Circle 6 rules, Lord knows where this match is going to go to. And Ryan, you talk about long title reigns. I mean, Ricky Shane Page, former GCW world champion, he held that title for almost 500 days before losing to the King, Nick Gage, just over a year ago.
Both formidable opponents, formidable combatants, and ready to bring the ferocity in this fight tonight.
All right, so you were a competitor for many years. You're looking at Ricky Shane Page, Jacob Fatu. Tell me right now, if you're Page, what in God's name would your strategy be?
Strategy is what you're seeing right there. Get into the head of Fatu and play psychological mind games, trying to take him out of his game plan and his focused intent.
So in turn, I would have to guess Fatu would have to exercise as much patience as possible.
Exercising patience, but at the same time, trying to stay ruthless and stay on the prowl, stay on the attack, and not let RSP keep that distance in the ring.
Well, speaking of distance, he's doing a great job of that so far.
Yeah, executing his game plan, and there you see the dancing and taunting, but not really getting into the head, because Fatu's just ready to fight and having a good time right now.
Well, regarding Ricky Shane Page, we've seen a bit of a shift in his personality over the past number of months. He's almost had an air of, I don't want to say higher level of being obnoxious more so than usual, but he's almost acting like he's on another level of wrestling intellect than the rest of us. If you've noticed by what he said on social media, he's almost talking down to people.
Time and experience gives you that luxury to have that knowledge and be able to tell others that they don't.
So essentially you agree with everything Ricky Shane Page has been saying on social media?
It's not about agreeing, but at the same time, it makes sense. It makes sense to him. This guy has been doing what he's been doing for so long and just wants to establish himself and the respect and the credibility and get what he deserves.
Well, he certainly considers himself to be psychologically superior compared to every single one of his opponents, and that includes Jacob Fatu. And finally, we have a lockup between these two behemoths and Ricky Shane Page with a back elbow to Fatu.
He's just having himself a good time right now. It looks like he's toying with Fatu and not necessarily taking this match as seriously as he should.
Well, it's very rare for Fatu to battle someone that is his equal in size, but Ricky Shane Page, I mean, he's standing eye to eye. Oh.
Two big men colliding in the center of that ring, and neither having an effect on the other right there.
Well, Fatu just welcoming Ricky Shane Page to try his luck. And here we go. Oh! Fatu picking up speed as well. Page missing boom! Shoulder tackle from the Samoan Werewolf, and to the outside goes RSP.
Fatu took to the air and looks to do so again.
Dear God!
Suicide dive through the second rope.
That is a barefoot beast landing on the concrete after taking out RSP.
Almost 300 pounds of ferocity taking flight, crashing into the body of Ricky Shane Page, who tries to run and escape back into the middle of the ring.
My God, now the high velocity Savage looking to fight. Ricky Shane Page, though, tremendous recovery with a flying cross body, and for the first time, we are seeing Jacob Fatu vulnerable.
That was like a car crash right there, as two bodies with tons of momentum sent crashing into each other, and physics says one's going down.
Looked like an after-school special where they warn you to wear your seatbelt in the car.
Big smack by Fatu, follows with a knife-edge chop and another slap and smack.
And this is the arsenal of Jacob Fatu. Once he gets an opening, he piles it on in vicious fashion.
Samoan strong style, delivering strikes that connect with a snapping, crisp sense of dread.
And Ryan, you've seen it all. There are very few athletes in this business who have the animalistic rage of Jacob Fatu.
You're right. Primal instincts taking control.
God. Oh, God, Ricky Shane Page, you saw the neck bounce off the top rope.
Yeah, leaving his body in precarious positions.
And, you know, we mentioned about Ricky Shane Page being calculated. You know what? Psychological warfare means nothing when you're being pummeled.
You're right, Laquasto and Fatu. I was going to say has Ricky Shane Page where he wants to, but Page just too smart and too experienced. You saw how he just hooked the leg of Fatu over the rope, sent him on the whip, and now crashing across the canvas.
And that goes back to the experience you mentioned, almost 20 years. I mean, Ricky Shane Page has done it all. He's seen it all. The scars on his body are there for a reason. But when it comes down to it, Ricky Shane Page, at this point in his career, he wants to prove his wrestling acumen.
Fatu is no rookie, but at the same point has yet to even reach his prime, and that's scary to think about.
It really is. Just like that, Fatu hoisting up Ricky Shane Page with a body slam. One of the most talked about and feared wrestlers on the planet for quite some time now.
Trying to break down and punish RSP.
Oh, God.
Back across the turnbuckles. The anguish and agony across the face of Ricky.
Now full speed ahead, and Ricky Shane Page dodging out of the way, and now his body weight crashing into the sternum of Jacob Fatu, and Ricky Shane Page really knows how to use all parts of the ring to his advantage.
I talked about him staying on the attack, and there it is, forming a combination of maneuvers, connects with that slam, and now goes right up top.
No way. Oh, my God.
Somersault senton.
And it lands right on top of the throat. RSP into the cover. Ooh, so close.
If you saw, he was up on his hands, and he needs to get that upper body weight down across the body of Fatu, have a better chance of getting the 3 count.
It takes a lot of power to put someone like Jacob Fatu down. That's why he wasn't pinned for 819 days as MLW champion. As Ricky Shane Page, for the first time, methodically in control of this matchup.
Thrashing Fatu, and now foot across the throat. Referee admonishing him with the 5 count, only gets to 2.
And once again, with Circle 6 rules, there is a rope break for submissions and pinfalls. 20 count on the outside, as we've already seen this match go to the outside. Oh!
Pop-up Samoan drop right there, Johnny. I didn't mean to take it out of your mouth. Can he cover?
Feel free. That was a thing of beauty. Textbook Jacob Fatu, both competitors down.
Instinctual and not able to capitalize.
And it's also rare to see Jacob Fatu take this much damage. I mean, for how big he is, He's a machine. The guy has non-stop endurance.
Absolutely. There's a tenacity to what he's able to do. There's a determination and resiliency to push on and keep moving forward.
Now Shane Page going for the haymaker there. Oh, Jacob Fatu easily blocking. And now a barrage of right hands. Jacob Fatu trying to put down RSP for good. Oh God, you hear the turnbuckles almost exploding.
You do. It sounds like glass still in the ring as well.
Sternum first into the top turnbuckle, and now could he be going for the moonsault? No!
Like a whisper in the wind.
It sure was a loud whisper into the cover, and RSP finds a way to stay alive. But my God, how does Jacob Fatu do
what he does?
A whisper in the wind.
300 pounds and then demonstrating cat-like agility. We both thought he was going for that best moonsault ever, and instead switched it up in midair.
And you mentioned about, oh, wait a minute.
Countered.
Yes, it was. Stomp to the throat, and now Fatu.
Handspring moonsault connects. Can he get the cover? Hooks the leg.
Into the cover, and Jacob Fatu so close, but RSP is still in the fight. But we are seeing every bit of uncanny athleticism here tonight by Fatu.
That's right, and we're watching Ricky Shane Page able to weather and withstand the onslaught and attack from Jacob Fatu.
And Ricky Shane Page, Ryan, he desperately needs a victory. He's on a Circle 6 losing streak. He's lost to Jake Something, Christopher Daniels, and Killer Cross. So he really needs to find a way to put down Jacob Fatu tonight, because he is flat out on a losing streak.
You're making a great point right there, trying to put things in order and correct the course. Get a victory tonight against one of the biggest and best up-and-comers there is, Jacob Fatu.
And now, very precarious position, RSP going for a superplex! Executed to perfection. Can he roll over? Can he get the cover? RSP hooks the leg. Big upset. No! My God, Jacob Fatu fights his way out of that pin.
Just inches away from the referee hitting his hand for the third time. And what is Ricky Shane Page going to have to do to put away Fatu for 3?
Not sure he has the answer, but he's hoping the answer is way up in the mezzanine as he's heading up top once again. Frog splash!
Connected, but I'm not sure he got all of it right there.
It could be enough. Once again, another cover, and whoa, by God, 2.9 out of 3.
Now, he might even have hurt himself on that. Didn't get, I think he may have hurt himself.
Well, just landing on the body of someone like Fatu is going to be painful.
Fatu just out right there on his back, rolling onto his stomach, trying to get away from a pinning situation.
You have to be impressed with what RSP has been able to do to Jacob Fatu. Oh my! Super kick connects right under the chin, and another. Page might be out on his feet. Oh my God! Pop-up Samoan drop. The elevation was insane, and now Ryan might be the time. BME! Cover by Fatu, and a victory by Fatu.
Here is your winner, Jacob Fatu.
3-move combo scores bonus points and a victory. The Samoan super kick into the pop-up Samoan drop follows it up with a beautiful best moonsault ever, and Jacob Fatu is victorious over Ricky Shane Page.
I'm glad you said all that, because I am still out of breath following the action of Jacob Fatu and Ricky Shane Page. Credit to RSP. He did not back down. He brought the fight to Jacob Fatu. But not only does Fatu score another impressive victory, RSP continues his losing streak in Circle 6.
next to the public library. For more information, look up Action Wrestling on social media. We're up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Give us a like or a follow. And new to Georgia, you guys showed up and showed out tonight. Give yourself a big round of applause. So I just have one final question. Are you ready for your main event? The following contest is brought to you by the Gangrel Vs Podcast and Wrestling Over Everything. It is scheduled for one fall. It is for the IWTV Independent Wrestling World Championship.
World title on the line in our main event at Action Money. Use that hashtag Action Money. Right on the money. Concludes with a championship bout. AC Mack defending the World Championship against his career rival, AEW star, Dark Order member, and guy with an attitude, Alan Angels. The world champ is here. The OWA and unsanctioned pro titles also with him as well. A match that denizens of the state of Georgia have seen many times in many places. These guys have done battle all over this state. They've done battle in Tennessee and North Carolina, in DC, all over the place. A true career rivalry. Angels and Mack, world title on the line.
Introducing first, to my right, the challenger. He weighs in at 175 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia. He is Alan Angels. Hang on, Scott. Hang on for just a second, buddy.
All right.
You messed up something in my intro there, bud. You said I was from Atlanta, Georgia, right? And honestly, Scott, listen. The fact that I'm a fellow statesman of all these fat, dumb, stupid Georgians, it really upsets me. It really does. No. Right. So what I'm gonna do, all right? is I'm gonna take that pretty little belt that you got there, all right? And everybody talks about Northeast versus Southeast. It all sucks. It all sucks out here.
What?
So I'm gonna get on the first plane tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna go to the most beautiful state in the world, California, where the real wrestlers are. And I'm gonna snuggle up next to my beautiful California girlfriend, and I'm gonna think about how much I hate this place.
Well, I like our friends at West Coast Pro as much as the next person. I'm not going to criticize that, but I was... Oh, wait. Now we're on. We've got a bell. That microphone's still in the ring. Hensley's got, yeah, I got it.
Professional Scott Hensley making the save as AC Mack looks to K-word Alan Angel. Yeah, no filling out process needed. No any kind of process still needed. Breaking down, and we're just throwing haymakers down.
This is a career, really a career rivalry. A term that gets overused, but it applies in this case. These guys had their first match together 6 years ago at the WBA 4 training facility.
That's still there.
I think both men have sort of defined each other's careers. And oh my God,
And
big knee.
Mack may be looking to end that career of Alan Angel tonight.
Angel's one of a very small number of people who actually does hold a victory over AC Mack in Action Wrestling. Now, AC has also defeated Angels as well, but I think in singles matches in Action, they are actually 1-1 at this time. So that's something to keep in mind. Mack gonna go around the world?
These kids wanting the front row seat.
He's high step, he's going a little Dion there. Oh, big boot!
Oh, got him.
Oh, one more time!
Let's go! Champ on the move.
Flying with this one, bigger boot! Angels.
It's good.
Speaking of boots, Angels almost came out of his. And referee Darryl Hall with a tough draw here in this title fight in our main event here. Want to again thank Noonan High School for hosting this huge event. Action Wrestling's next show coming up June the 10th, also streaming live on IWTV. Of course, let's be honest, this match has big stakes for the future of that title, but also for the future of the Southeastern scene. Into a quick cover. 2. Got to keep in mind, uncharted territory. We're still relatively early in the season. Every Monday night live on IWTV, 8 p.m. from the TWE Arena in Red Bank, Tennessee, the Chattanooga area. Mack successfully defending the title against Slade on episode 1. Oh, God! Big attack to the leg of Mack there, and I
was saying I took a second there to see exactly the damage done, and Angel
just pounding that leg. I was gonna kind of step in here on this main event and break some news and say, you know, we're gonna have a big announcement at Uncharted Territory this week, Monday night, but we might have a new champion at the pace of this. That big announcement will be coming Monday night. We might be announcing that Angels is the new champion in a few minutes if this keeps up, because Mack's leg is in dire straits.
Champ into the corner, but Angels takes advantage of that huge target.
Yeah, I got all of it.
Nope. Mack just screaming in pain.
Angel standing on the ankle. Clubbing forearm. That's almost a pinning combination, but I think he opted for a choke instead. You're not going to win a title that way, pal. You know, goodness. I think Angels, I think, takes offense to one degree or another to the fact that he did a lot of the things AC did on the independent scene. And while Angels is now, in fact, a member of that AEW roster, make no mistake about it, I think he feels like in the context of independent wrestling, he did not get the due that he deserved. I think he sees it as a major slight, and being able to walk out of here with a title might change that narrative.
Crowd come alive for Mac, but I mean, I don't know, Dylan. This is bad. This is very bad.
Well, the thing is, the champ, you know, he's going to have other scheduled defenses. You know, we already know about that scheduled defense June 10th against Eric Royal. The reality is, even if he somehow escapes this match, if he walks in with a banged up leg against somebody the caliber of Eric Royal on June 10th, I mean, come on. What's this? What's through? He may not escape tonight. He might. Mac has got to fight for the ropes because I don't think he can break this any other way. With the positioning he's in, I don't think there's a defensive play other than a rope break most. I don't think it can be done.
Exactly. I don't think it can be. Nobody knows that action wrestling ring better than AC Mac. And he's there.
He's got it. And Angel's just going to hold on. He's going to hold on to that thing.
You mentioned what Angel's trying to prove of being underrated and not appreciated on the indies. How big of a statement would it be to kind of jump the line in a way here to get this crack at Mac and then to beat it?
Walk out with a title. I don't know what that would mean. Honestly, I don't know what it would mean for uncharted territory either, to be honest.
Mac to one. I mean, he could put no pressure on that leg.
No, he's down.
He's down. Center of the ring down.
He's down again.
Oh no, that confidence of Angel's growing by the second.
Collapsed in a heap. Did the champion.
Huge shots to the body. He's a fighter. You don't have that much gold.
That uppercut was all there. He got it.
Fight. He's still going. Fight through the pain. Oh, yeah.
Man, he can't really plant off that leg, though. He can't. Oh, just left. He left off his one good leg with a back elbow.
Kind of came down on that left leg, so it's a little bit of a sacrifice move. But the champ is up. I need you.
He's up, but.
Shot to the body. Back. Firing away on the challenger. That explosiveness, is it there?
Oh, he's coming all the way around. Got all of it! He only got it, I noticed, only with that leg that's not hurt.
Yeah, that's usually the double barrel. That was just one. Great catch, Dylan.
Mac. He's got to find some sort of combination that he can put together here to get this thing done. And I don't know about it. I really do not know about this.
I think it's also important to note, man, you know, that Mac 10, that how you go down with that. He may have one of those.
That's true.
You know,
he probably has one and one only. That's a great point. Because landing on that knee, which is what he has to do to execute it. God. Angel
may not matter. Angel.
Planted him. Angels into a cover. Two new champ. No.
Not yet. Oh, not yet. I know A-Stock's watching this match very intently.
I mean, this is huge. I mean, I don't even know what the play would be. In theory, I think Ace would get the shot against Angels if Angels were to win this, but that's assuming we can get Angels back from the West Coast. Oh, he caught him. He caught him. Mac,
I think
it's one of the heaviest handed shots I've ever seen from AC. It
no
backhanded
doubt,
him.
as another.
Oh, goodness.
Mac still on his feet.
All the way up is Angels. Oh, God. they know each other's moves so well that it's very difficult. Mac trying to fire up. Unable to do so. Just hits that rope. Oh! The champ cleaned his clock.
Knowing he knew what Angels was going to do before he did it there. Directly to your point, AC knew in his heart this is what he's about to do, and I'm about to catch him, and he did, and that's the reset the champ needed.
Well, we're getting that. We're hitting it. We're hitting reset on the NES. We're deep in the championship round. Anybody's fight now. That might have rocked Angels enough to negate some of the damage to that leg, but that's assuming AC has another offensive tool in the playbook. And that's a big assumption at this stage. Oh, he's going back 10! No, I thought he had him. All the way over. Oh, he's got him trapped! Oh, but his leg's hurt. You called it, Mose. Mose, you had a premonition of this. Come on.
And Angels,
oh my God. Angels has rolled to the floor. Mac hit his kill shot, and that might have been the only one he had.
never wanted to be more on that was it. I mean, that is it any other night.
Angels, I don't know if that was instinctual. I don't know what it was, but to his credit, we have to give him credit. He was able to get out of there and escape what to me would have been almost a guaranteed defeat. Mac rolling him back in. Angels is, I think he's almost out on his feet. Well, he's not even on his feet, really.
He can't get up there. He cannot get to his feet. He finally does a little bit of help. It may not be on him long, though.
Let's see, what is this? What is Mac thinking? Mac thinking a superplex here? I'm not sure he can plant with that leg. This is really dangerous. The champ, I think, feels like this is a situation where he's got to take this risk to keep that title.
Angels going to the injured leg.
Mac's down. Mac's down. He's totally lost sight of the challenger. Angels all the way up. Oh, to the leg. To the leg. Man. Nobody, look. All the way over, folks, through. Well, we've seen stoppages and submissions tonight. I don't think the champ will submit. But a stoppage, in a title fight, that's always controversial. But at a certain point, you put an official in a position where he almost doesn't have a choice. And Mac is very close to that with the damage done to that leg.
Looking back.
Man, this could be it. Angels is dangerously close to walking out of this thing with a world title and taking down a plane to the West Coast.
Mac. Some up kicks.
Oh no.
Back up.
AC floats back up. Look at it again. Couldn't get it. A second and go for. Oh, he got him. He got that wing snapper.
Doesn't go for the cover. What's Angels? Oh.
That's. Oh.
He's one to put his exclamation point, one to put this away.
That big Brody Lee boy got
it. We're gonna. No.
Into a cover. New champ. No. Mac. And I get that he felt like he had a killer combination there, but I'm gonna tell you, he may look back and think I should have gone for the cover on that wing snapper.
Too much on the ref. I don't know if Mac's ever been that close to losing that title since he got it, but that was as absolute close as he gets going.
He's going for it again. Yeah, he's going for it again.
He can do it.
And Mac. Oh,
he said
Angels. No. Come on, get out of here with that. I'm not going to have that kind of robbery. We've had enough of that tonight. Oh! Float through, two! That's it! blatant theft attempt right in front of the official.
On one leg, AC Mack finds a way.
All right, come on. Stay off of him. This career rivalry here. Are we going to actually...
We've been through this. You're right. You're right.
Oh, really? I mean, I would like to see it. These guys have been doing this a long time. Okay. I can live with that. You like to see that. Wait, what's going on? No. No. Marcus Mathers, we talked about this earlier. He can claim. He can take this title shot right now. He's choking at the champion. And Angel just left him high on drive. Is he going to try to catch it? Oh, my God, the left. Get him out. Get him out.
Get him, Ashton!
We're going to check on the champ. We'll see you Monday night in Uncharted Territory.
The sweet Hispanic boy, ASF, fun-loving, high-flying, quickly becoming one of the most popular superstars here at New Texas Pro.
I've been seeing this guy all over the place. Made some appearances on AEW Dark. Been featured in GCW. Oh, we got the banners. We got the streamers all over the place.
As Flowcito, ASF is quickly becoming a wrestling highlight machine, looking to become the very top of high-flying pro wrestling in the country today. He's challenging the best high flyers in the world.
Speaking of,
and one of them is answering the challenge here tonight at New Texas Pro. There he is.
And introducing his opponent from St. Paul, Minnesota, weighing in at 180 pounds, he is one half of Top Flight.
I don't think there's going to be much you can say tonight.
Martin!
I think we need to just shut up and watch what's about to happen, because I don't think we'll be able to call any of this.
Now this is going to be moving faster than we can talk. We're going to do our best to call all the action for this meeting of two of the top high-flying superstars in all of professional wrestling. Making his debut here at New Texas Pro, Dante Martin, who's been taking the world by storm, turning a lot of hits, of course, on AEW, All Elite Wrestling, and it's descended where all the eyes are for independent wrestling here at New Texas Pro.
And while I still got lungs to breathe with here, because this is about to get high-paced and high-octane, this match is sponsored by Fatal Destiny. You can follow Fatal Destiny on Twitter at Fatal. And the Destiny, the E in there is a 3.
All right, well, this is one of the top main event matches for this card. When this show was announced, this is one of the matches that I know everyone was looking forward to, when a show that's stacked from top to bottom, two of the absolute best high flyers in all the world. Dante Martin of Top Flight, ASF, Antonio San Francisco, one-on-one. Here we go. Don't blink or you might miss something in this one. Too young.
I don't think my camera can keep up with me.
And we're going to do our best to keep up with all the action. As you know, Dante Martin from AEW, his brother, Darius Martin, Top Flight, one of the top tag teams in AEW. Dante Martin, of course, ever since his brother went down for an injury, has been making a name for himself on his own.
Yes.
And of course, ASF, the Flowcito, the sweet Hispanic boy. You know, during Mania weekend, he was one of the top names talked about that entire weekend. The entire wrestling world descended here in the great state of Texas. And there were always just a couple of names that kind of stand out during that weekend. Everyone's trying to steal the spotlight, steal the name of the show. And one of those men was that man right there, ASF.
Yes, it was.
Chris Jericho named him his favorite wrestler of that weekend. And ASF is trying to ride that wave of momentum here.
And as I said, I mean, he's been doing things that I have never seen in all of my years of wrestling fame.
ASF Getting a lot of notoriety with Wrestling with Unicorns.
Oh my God, look at that.
Human highlight reel, but so is Dante Martin.
So much hype.
So Dante Martin, not the biggest wrestler, but ASF, as standard, is always looking up at his opponent. He's always outsized, outweighted, but he is never outmatched. ASF always brings the fight.
This is going to be a lot of who's going to outquick who here.
Of course, ASF had a great contest against Chris Bay and New Texas Pros Texas Till I Die, which you can watch. And look at that for great maneuvers like that.
God.
Big drop kick. Turns Dante Martin inside out.
He doesn't know where he is right now.
Cover here. Again, human highlight reel, ASF over Cowboys from Hell, Texas Till I Die, which you can watch here on IWTV. We want to thank you all for joining us. Thank you for your support. We would not be able to keep bringing you this excellent action here at New Texas Pro without your support.
Yeah, shout out to all the sponsors that have been sponsoring the show.
We know that professional wrestling has never been hotter.
Oh my, yes.
And the hottest spot for professional wrestling is right here in the great state of Texas. Of course, we've got the Texas Showcase that New Texas Pros hosting coming up on July 16th. So you want to check us out on IWTV for that as well. Showing the very best in Texas, like right here with ASF. Basement dropkick. Got a 2 count only. Dante Martin. How impressed have you been with Dante Martin? You know that Dante Martin is such a young man in his early 20s that when he and his brother were brought up to AEW, that was the chance of a lifetime. Yes. And then when his brother went down for an injury, it's forced Dante Martin's hand to step into the singles game. And how much have you been impressed with his ability to transition to that as you see him catching ASF?
Oh, a little bit of strength.
Whoa, right into a cutter.
Gosh, you stuck it.
I think I answered my own question. Look how impressive Dante Martin was with that transition.
Well, yeah, I mean, since day one, the very first time I laid eyes on Dante Martin, whatever, I've been thoroughly impressed. I didn't know too much about the tag team, but seeing him perform in AEW, I got familiar with his style and just the pure athleticism that this young man has. He has the young man legs.
Sometimes all you need is just that break. Sometimes you can have all the talent in the world, but you just need that break. You need that showcase for people to see what you've got. And Dante Martin's been taking advantage of that. You see him tying up ASF like a pretzel here.
Yeah. And then he's been a sought-after commodity too as well. Team Taz, teaming with Seidel, I think Daniel Bryan and Blackpool Combat Club. Thinking about recruiting as well.
The future is very bright for Dante Martin. But you gotta believe that the future is just as bright for ASF.
Gosh.
And what would it mean for ASF? He's able to ink out a victory here over someone with the notoriety already now of Dante Martin.
Yeah, that would be a big feather in his cap.
I'm actually a little surprised at the approach that Dante Martin has brought here. Dante Martin usually bringing that high-flying game right from the get-go, but taking advantage of the fact that he is uncharacteristically the larger man in this contest, really outsizing ASF, not flying around the ring when he doesn't have to, keeping the grounded game, which encourages to keep the ground game for ASF, kind of taking out all the big plays that ASF has.
Yeah. Also keeps him fresh as well.
You see ASF fighting back here.
What is this?
Dante Martin used that strength. Oh, but backfired into a DDT. DDT from Antonio San Francisco. And Dante Martin, that glass look in his eyes rolling the outside.
No one's safe on the outside. You might want to watch out in the front row.
ASF with an outside moonsault.
Oh! On top of the head. Nailed him perfectly.
ASF folding up Dante Martin, almost fell on top of himself. That's the risk that ASF will take. So many eyes on him right now. Just like that, ASF back in this game, going up top. Gonna drop it to a 450 splash.
Yeah.
Hooks the leg. No, I got a 2 count only.
Almost. But we know that doesn't count.
That 450 splash, that's so much momentum, so much more impact on the splash. Still only a 2 count. And that's the kind of spectacular offense that we've come to expect from the sweet Hispanic boy, ASF, as his crowd's getting firmly behind the young man. Now look at this, look at the leverage. Yeah, the strength of ASF trying to get Dante up on his shoulders here. Maybe not the smartest decision, because Dante just muscling him up.
Roll through.
Here's a roll up. We got a 2 count only. Dante's getting a little frustrated here. And again.
Oh, that power again. Oh, roll through with the drop kick on the end.
Again, Dante kicks out. How impressed are you so far of ASF bringing the fight to Dante Martin?
I mean, despite the weight advantage and everything, I mean, he's been holding his own or whatever. We still have yet to see any of the quickness full on display from both of these gentlemen or whatever. But I believe that once one gets the clear advantage, we'll see a lot of that coming up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm very impressed with the very uncharacteristic strategy that Dante Martin has brought, bringing the ground game, trying to stop the high-flying ASF in his tracks.
Yeah, he's trying to ground him because, I mean, he can go for a move and he's so damn quick that he probably won't connect.
No way what's going to happen here. Oh, my God.
A meteor of sorts.
Going for a meteor, was not able to connect with the shoulders, and ASF almost crashed and burned on the outside. Looks like he's able to recover quickly enough.
He's back up there. Let's see what we got coming up. It's in the 450. What we got now?
Dante's in the drop zone.
Oh, boy.
ASF up top. What are we going to see here? Shooting star press connects. Oh, Dante rolls through, but got his foot on the rope. Now, wait a minute. The referee breaking up the pinfall. Both men rolled up into the ropes.
Gosh, I think that saved him.
Getting knocked inside out. The momentum of that splash, that shooting star press, brought momentum. Both men rolling into the bottom ropes. Referees counts up. Both men trying to recover. ASF bringing that high-flying finesse to Dante Martin, but Dante caught him.
Oh.
At half Nelson.
What's that? God! That was like, I don't even know what you call that.
Look at the anguish on the face of Dante Martin, who now looks like he's gesturing that maybe he needs to change up his plan. Maybe he needs to start showing why this match was so anticipated. ASF's not the only one who brings the flying. Now wait a minute, ASF rolls up Dante. Got a 2 count only.
These two have been wrestling probably about the same amount of years. I think ASF has the advantage with 1 year over Dante, but the disparity between the two, I think ASF.
Roll through from Dante Martin. Whoa, look at that athleticism.
Gosh. Nice question mark kick. ASF has only had 90 matches compared to Dante Martin, who has had
oh my God!
well over 200 matches.
Folds him up, is that enough?
God.
The winner of this match, Dante Martin!
A spectacular finish. Dante Martin tried to slow down ASF and took out his own high-flying game in order to take out the high-flying game of ASF, but it didn't work. ASF brought such high energy, such high-flying impact to Dante Martin that it forced his hand, and Dante Martin just showed why he's in top flight.
He took flight on that.
A spectacular finish to an excellent contest.
He's helping him up. Good show of respect.
A great showing for the debut of Dante Martin, but again, an excellent, incredible performance from the sweet Hispanic boy, ASF.
I believe we're going to see these two down the road again, man.
We know the sky's the limit for Dante Martin, but I think we just proved that the sky is also the limit for ASF.
Here we go, Ryan Katz, hashtag C6NoPeace. The No Peace Underground Championship is now hanging in the balance.
Johnny, let's get loco loquasto. It's main event time, and here comes Zachary Wentz back on the scene.
That's right, an athlete who most certainly has no lack of motivation. You see every ounce of energy Zachary Wentz exudes. He realizes not only does he have an opportunity at gold, he has an opportunity to restart a career.
And let's talk about opportunities at gold and restarting a career, because this man, for most of his career, is known for being a tag team competitor. And today, he stands on 2 feet, on 2 legs, and as his own man, ready to take on the No Peace Underground champion, Atticus Cogar.
And we can only imagine what it would be like for the No Peace Underground Championship to be out of the grasp of the destructive 440. He's fueled by hate, and now he's powered by gold. The festering wound of 440. The No Peace Underground champion, Atticus Cogar, is here.
A quiet and calm ascent to the ring with championship hanging from his waist, cool and confident. Atticus Cogar ready to defend here tonight.
That's right, he cashed in the Gauntlet of Death briefcase 2 weeks ago at the Body Count Battle. The briefcase he won back in September when he was a surprise entrant in the Gauntlet of Death. Had a perfect position in the Gauntlet, ended up scoring the victory, and he had his eyes on Pero ever since that very moment and picked the perfect time to strike.
He's here to prove, justify, and validate himself
Introducing first,
as one of the best wrestlers in the world.
The challenger, representing the Rascals. From Orlando, Florida, he is too sick for this world, Zachary Wentz! And his opponent, representing 440, from Cleveland, Ohio, he is the No Peace Underground champion, Atticus Cogar!
As this title match gets underway, we can't forget, Ryan, Atticus Cogar earlier tonight already assured himself, at least for a time, that Pero will be nowhere near the championship anytime soon.
Absolutely, Pero having that chance if he won that handicap matchup, but no, Atticus came out, grabbed the leg, caused a distraction, caused interference, and Pero was defeated, opportunity stripped.
That's right, 440 has been the bane of everyone's existence, no matter where they go. Whether it be No Peace Underground, whether it be GCW, whether it be Circle 6. But Zachary Wentz has an opportunity.
Duck under and go behind, snatches a side headlock.
And Atticus Cogar has made it very clear. He said on social media this week, he believes that 440 saved No Peace Underground. When he first arrived, he said the entire company was a mess, and they brought professional wrestling back to No Peace. Very subjective. Some may agree, some won't.
I mean, Johnny, they brought a ring to the venue.
Well, there you go.
I mean, there's a big change right there from just a fight and a brawl in any spot you were to now a matchup inside the squared circle. And there we're seeing the agility and the high-flying technical abilities of Zach Wentz.
No question. And not only that, he has so much to prove. You spoke with Zach Wentz earlier tonight. He has just an incredible energy right now. He's been waiting to get back in the ring for quite some time.
Tenacious hunger to get out there and do what he does best. Perform, fight, and win.
Oh, hold on. Look, he was possibly going for the UFO cutter early, but
both men studying each other, know what their moveset's like, and trying to counter each other before it even happens.
Well, let's go into strategy here. We know Zachary Wentz is all about high velocity, high altitude. Atticus Cogar is a bit more of a mystery. Yes, he's a rising star, and he's got a bit of a sick fan base out there, but he's very unpredictable in the ring. So if you're Wentz, what's your game plan here?
I mean, the game plan is unpredictability and adjust on the fly. With both men having those styles that can go in any direction, you got to be able to adjust and make changes as it happens in the ring.
Meanwhile, if you're Coger,
I mean, if you're Coger, you take the violence to Wentz.
well, obviously this is under Circle 6 rules, so Atticus Coger is going to have to be a little more creative, a little more sadistic, because, it's not quite the same environment that No Peace Underground competitors are used to.
Goes for a crossbody, but Wentz able to duck out of the way. Follows with the barrage of beautiful kicks.
And look at Wentz. Perfectly executed double stomp to the back, and just like that, Zachary Wentz, a ball of fire, in control in this No Peace Underground Championship match as Coger heads to the outside, and Wentz looking to add to the offense here. Whoa. Oh my!
Caught the stunner across the second rope, snapping his head back like a Pez dispenser.
And now Wentz, Coger able to roll out here. Insecurity to the back of the neck. And now Coger off the second rope and a moonsault.
Coger to the sky, looking for a 3 count out.
Leg.
Only gets 2. Impressive aerial offense by Atticus Coger.
Which, once again, it's the kind of thing you don't often see from Atticus Coger, especially in No Peace, when violence is the key. So you don't necessarily you don't have a ring, you don't have ropes. So this was a real test for Atticus Coger, not just defending the title, but showing his skills as a professional wrestler.
Remember that in every match you're in, you don't have to do everything you know how to do. So I think Atticus pulling out the stops when needed and being able to slow things down and just be a methodical a striker or technician when he needs to be.
Yeah, and Atticus Coger has scored so many impressive victories over the course of his career, especially in No Peace Underground, defeating Chris Bay at Rituals, winning an Act of Annihilation in tag team competition, and of course, 2 weeks ago at the body count battle as he goes into a cover here, and Wentz kicks out at 2.
Yep, moonsault headbutt to the lower lumbar region of Zach Wentz, who's grabbing and clutching at that right now. Could almost do damage to the kidney area.
Absolutely
in
can.
essence.
And we saw Six Smile, very similar to his brother Otis Coger.
Grabbing one of the Masada skewers right there.
Well, Atticus Coger, he had a vendetta against Masada not long ago, trying to prove that he was the new master of the skewers. But right now, it's not about that. It's about defending the title. And, you think about body count battle 2 weeks ago. Pero was defending the title against Hoodfoot, and Atticus Coger struck at the perfect time, cashed in the Gauntlet of Death briefcase. As he goes into another cover here, and Wentz kicks out at 2. Hits the brain hemorrhage on top of that briefcase, and we had a new champion.
Yeah, and taunting not just Wentz, but taunting our crowd here as well. And now slapping Wentz to add a little insult to injury.
One thing that's obvious is Coger takes joy in causing misery to others. And he would love nothing more than to ruin the return of Zachary Wentz.
Wentz holds on to the ropes.
And now there's the high-velocity offense that Wentz is known for. It's been stifled thus far.
High velocity and constant, a combination of maneuvers. He is just, low rolling German.
Yeah. Beautiful leg pick there by Wentz right into this German suplex, and now he's looking to pick up the pace here a little bit. And now Wentz
through running knee.
Oh my God!
Running shooting star.
Beautiful into the cover. And Coger stays alive, but like you mentioned, Ryan, that shooting star connected beautifully.
Shooting star press impresses us all, but still not enough for the 3 count as Atticus Coger fights on.
Of course, the question now remains, regardless of who wins, who will be the next #1 contender now that we know it's not Pero? Atticus Coger, half of his mission's already done. Now he has to find a way to keep the title. Oh!
Wentz capitalizes with that kick. Tries to step through the ropes, gain momentum, but no, Coger grabs on.
And a DDT. The quickness of both of these athletes is so impressive. Coger hooks the leg. Wentz just stays in the fight.
Neck compressed on the canvas, drilled and driven through.
So close there. Atticus Coger came to retaining the championship. Uh-oh.
Coger reaching into
And
his
there
pocket.
they are. The green skewers have been brought out by Coger, and now, oh God, Wentz sees it coming though, able to block.
Wentz fighting for positioning right here.
That's right, this is becoming a battle of will, battle of attrition between Zachary Wentz, Atticus Coger. No Peace Underground Championship on the line. Kick to the midsection by Coger.
Coger in control, has the skewers.
Oh, there go the skewers. Super kick landed by Wentz. Oh my, look at that knee.
Handspring into that knee, connects. Has Coger stunned, dazed and confused.
Hold on. Oh, Coger able to counter here into a roll-up. 2 count. Oof. Oh!
Kick connects, followed by the driving knee.
And then the cover goes Coger, retaining the title, and Wentz
That
stays
was so
in this
close, Johnny
matchup.
LaQuasto, so close to 3.
It certainly was the game plan of Coger. The skewers have gone awry, and now he has to find another way to put down Wentz.
Yeah, Wentz fighting on instinct. You would have thought he would have reached for that rope based on the positioning, but completely out of it right now. I'm not even sure he knows where he is.
And keep in mind, Zachary Wentz was handpicked by Atticus Coger.
That's right.
Coger called him out. He said, I want to make a statement with my first title defense. I want a guy that the internet's talking about. I want to put down Zachary Wentz and ruin his return.
And said with a bitter and indignant vibe, as if he just was just disgusted by the thought that here, let's get back to this. Zach Wentz climbing up top, looking for a superplex.
Coger taking too long to get to the top, and now Wentz on the attack here. Coger realizes this could be a very, very dangerous position here.
Wait,
oh,
he
no.
just looked to the outside, looked behind him.
What the hell
no
is
way.
Coger trying
There's
to do?
not a chance he can do this. Wentz fighting.
Showing tremendous core strength. This could be a very pivotal moment in this matchup. Whoever gets the worst of this, UFO cutter time! Oh, God, off the top rope!
I mean, wow. Speechless as Coger on the outside, sent across, sliced across the ropes and canvas.
And now Wentz over the top!
Taking flight.
Coger careens off the top rope, and Zachary Wentz picks up some air miles. This could be the beginning of the end. Zachary Wentz could be the new No Peace Underground champion in his first match!
And there it was. Took flight in the UFO cutter.
New champion! No! Come on!
Someone contact the Pentagon because there's been another sighting.
Well, they're going to have another hearing about it because somehow Atticus Coger finds a way to stay alive. Oh, look at Wentz with the penalty kick right to the chest.
The moveset of Wentz is massive, so what does he have in mind next?
We're seeing Wentz prove himself. Yes, 2-time NXT Tag Team Champion, former PWG Tag Team Champion, but he's all by himself right now, and he might become the No Peace Underground Champion. He's got Coger on his shoulders. Ooh, what a counter by Coger. Oh! Brain hemorrhage. The brain hemorrhage, center of the ring. Coger to the cover, remains the champion.
Here is your winner, and still the No Peace Underground Champion, Atticus Coger.
Through persistence and an abominable spirit, Atticus Coger able to find the opening he needed to connect with that brain hemorrhage headlock driver and walks out of here defending his No Peace Underground Championship.
It's difficult to say because his personality is so caustic. His attitude is so acidic. He's fueled by hatred and makes it very clear. But Atticus Cogar proves what he is tonight as a professional wrestler. And he is walking out, still the champion of No Peace Underground.
Reset things because we're getting ready for our main event. It's finally here. This is what we've all been waiting for, the rematch of all rematches here at New Texas Pro.
Man,
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest
I'm ready.
is your main event of the evening.
I didn't get to see the first one live, but I'm
It
here
is
for it.
Texas Super Fight 2 for the new Texas Pro Championship.
The wrestling gods have aligned this to be after months of waiting.
It's time for the Texas Super Fight for the new Texas Pro Championship.
The biggest main event. I'm going to say it because it's damn true. The biggest main event in New Texas Pro history.
A near 2-year reign where he's taken on competitors from every organization in the world. Who's going to blink first? Here we go! Here we go! Now's the time to do it.
Nice.
Oh!
My God. These two men want to see who's the best.
This is two pillars of Houston wrestling. This is the Texas Super Fight. Oh, Q cutter from Brian Keith. Soul fire bomb from Q.
Those arms are down. They are expending maximum energy as quickly as possible. Have you ever seen fire and conviction from these two men?
Both these two are rising to the occasion. They feel the energy coming off the other one, not to be outdone. This super fight has delivered.
Defiance by the champion to show. Look at this. Now Q hanging. Oh! Brian with the cover. And it's a new champion.
To be honest, I didn't underestimate Brian Keith. Like, I knew what he had. Like, I knew his potential. But I don't think I was on all P's and Q's in that match.
Oh my God!
Oh, is Q hurt?
That was just the slightest of mistakes. Brian Keith needs now to take. Oh my God! Get the hell out of here!
He was champion for a long time.
644 days.
644? Damn, I didn't know it was that long.
I felt like it was my chip, my ticket to notoriety.
I know how much this means to Q.
I needed that title to be in the top tier level of the independent wrestling scene.
I respect Q. I respect what Q stands for. I respect Q as a man, as a competitor.
Going into this match, it has to be 10 times better than the first. I just have to win.
Q's the best he's ever been right now. Does that mean he can beat me?
But if I had to take Brian Keith on right here, right now, yeah, I'd say I'm better than him.
I guess we'll see at Astroworld. I got a vision for Texas wrestling. I got a plan for Texas wrestling. It includes Mysterious Q. But Mysterious Q is new Texas Pro Champion? Not a chance in hell.
Astroworld 2, May 21st. The bounty's on your head now, bitch.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. It is main event time.
Oh, boy.
This is the match we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, it is.
We have been on a collision course. We didn't know when we were going to get there. We now know here at Astro World 2022, it will finally happen. There is the man that for 644 days reigned as the absolute best in New Texas Pro. But for 3 seconds, for only 3 seconds, Mysterious Q had to say that Brian Keith was the better man. And since Mysterious Q lost the New Texas Pro title to Brian Keith, he has been undefeated at New Texas Pro. Names like Lou Gotti, Lee Moriarty, Fuego del Sol, and then at Texas Till I Die, Mysterious Q defeated the incomparable Davey Richards to become the #1 contender once again for the New Texas Pro Heavyweight title. It was then said that we were going to get a return. In the immortal words of my broadcast partner, Chris Russo, the wrestling gods descended. We are finally going to get the rematch. Texas Super Fight 2, mere moments away.
644 days that man held this title. He was the standard bearer for New Texas Pro Wrestling until he was defeated by the champion here tonight, Brian Keith.
What a hell of a battle that was. The Texas Super Fight. It's named the match of the year for 2021. Are we about to witness the match of the year for 2022 here in just a moment?
I don't care what promotion it is, what stage it is. This is the best entrance in professional wrestling.
There you see the Underground King, the bounty hunter, whose bounty's now on his head. The reigning New Texas Pro Heavyweight Champion, Brian Keith, who has reigned for 330 days, almost a full year, since Brian Keith was able to put away the man people thought was undefeatable, Mysterious Q. And since that time, Brian Keith has been unbeatable. And we can see if he can do it again. Can Brian Keith pull off the upset once more? Can he go 2-0 against Mysterious Q here tonight at Super Fight 2?
Brian Keith, former Reality of Wrestling heavyweight champion, is going into the ring against the current Reality of Wrestling heavyweight champion.
And as these two are the absolute best that Texas have to offer, for my money, the two absolute best. When you look at the picture of professional wrestling in the state of Texas, you're looking at a picture of these two men, and tonight they're going to go one-on-one to prove who is the absolute best.
Staples in Texas, and dare I say, independent wrestling as a whole.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the following is Texas Super Fight 2 for the New Texas Pro Championship. At this time, I would like to welcome special guest ring announcer Dustin Wynn.
本日のメインイベント新テキプロレス選手権時代が60分一発勝負を行います。挑戦者190センチ120キロミスタースキー。王者グリーンポイントテキサスの the Underground King of Special House, Texas Pro Wrestling Champion, Brian Keith!
Big fight feel here tonight for our main event. We know the influence of Japanese strong style in both of these gentlemen, how pro that we have this special ring introduction for the rematch of all rematches here at New Texas Pro.
Referee, Isaac Boy's選手となります。
And sponsoring this match is the Hills Pops and Chair Shots podcast and Speeda 30. I don't know if that's on Twitter, but that's what I have in my notes.
Almost exactly 1 year ago, the match of the year for New Texas Pro, Texas Super Fight between these two men. This is the most anticipated rematch in the history of New Texas Pro. That's what it's all about, the New Texas Pro Heavyweight Championship. Who is the man? Who is the best here at New Texas Pro? Is it Mysterious Q? Is it Brian Keith? We're about to find out. This is the Texas Super Fight 2.
There it is.
There's the bell, and here we go. Talk about a main event. We've seen championships change hands. We saw an incredible ladder match, and this championship, the New Texas Pro title, might as well proverbially be hanging above the ring, because these are the two absolute best in all of New Texas Pro. You got to believe that Brian Keith winning by disqualification, it's not going to happen. Brian Keith winning by countout, it's not going to happen. There's no championship advantage. This is going to prove who is the best. Is it Brian Keith? Is it Mysterious Q?
Yeah, you're right about that.
This crowd absolutely split. These two have earned the respect of not just the people here at the Houston Premier Arena, not just the fans watching live on IWTV, but of all of Texas.
There it is. No collar and elbow tie-up, just straight fists and forearms.
These two know they got to bring the absolute best they've got to give. As Q already going for the Q corner, Brian Keith quickly, wisely rolls right out of bounds.
No, not today, buddy.
Because it could have been all over right there.
There's an air of familiarity between these two.
Mysterious Q bringing it to the outside.
They can do all the plunder they want as long as they don't hit the table over.
And this is the Texas Super Fight. This is not a wrestling match. This is going to be a fight between the two of the absolute best. And the Underground King taking a chop right to the chest, echoing throughout the Houston Premier Arena.
Oh, my God.
Mysterious Q for 644 days was the New Texas Pro champion. He's been undefeated since. The only blemish on Mysterious Q's record for years, I'm talking years, here at New Texas Pro is to that man, Bounty Keith. Mysterious Q has got something to prove here tonight. How can he say that he is the best at New Texas Pro if he can't defeat that man?
Talk to many wrestlers on my podcast, and usually what I like to do is at the end I give them 5 names of professional wrestling and I get their thoughts and opinions.
First cover of the matchup. 2 count only. Here's another lateral press hook from the rear leg. It's far leg, and again, another lateral press.
And they all
keeping that weight on top of Keith.
And they all say the same thing about Mysterious Q whenever I throw their name out there. He's like, he's too damn good. He has all the tools. He has the size. He has the speed.
Well, I know that AEW just came through Texas, and Mysterious Q made his AEW debut.
Yes.
And the echoing sound whenever that happened was about time. It was that Mysterious Q belongs on that stage. He belongs on the biggest stage that the professional world can afford to give him. But how can he call himself one of the best in the world if he can't hold one of the most prestigious championships in the game, the New Texas title? Mysterious Q with something to prove. These two just exchanging chop back and forth. My God. Sweat already flying here. We saw in that video package that Mysterious Q said that he knew what Brian Keith was bringing to him in that super fight. but he thought that he wasn't on his game. For 3 seconds, Mysterious Q took his eye off the ball, and Brian Keith capitalized. Whether you agree with that or not, the truth is that since that day, Brian Keith has been an unstoppable champion here at New Texas Pro. He's defeated people like Stallion Rogers, Tankman, Mercer, Masha, Josh Alexander, all on the road back here, right back here to the Texas Super Fight.
And they've both also been collecting titles. Recently, as of 2 days ago, Brian Keith is now the freelance legacy champion.
Standing switch on the outside, Brian Keith looking maybe go for that rodeo DDT, but
Keith he's in the crowd. They better watch out in their front row. Oh, what are we doing?
Keith again, the front face lock for a DDT on the outside.
Into the crowd. He just threw his body back into the crowd. Sacrificing himself to inflict damage to Q.
I echo these chants of this crowd here at the Houston Premier Arena. Packed the house here to see this rematch between Brian Keith and Mysterious Q. Referee trying to urge these two competitors back in the ring, giving a lot of leeway here in the Texas Super Fight.
And a definitive winner here.
The Underground King throwing Mysterious Q back in the ring just like that. Here's a cover. No, drops the knee on the face instead. Now the cover. Hooks the far leg, trying to get as much leverage as he could. Q still able to get a 2 count.
I think that's
two count only.
I think there's some animosity with those Locos guys over there. They already got some disparaging signage over there for Brian Keith. And every time there's carnage, their section is the one that's getting mussed up.
You know, I've known Brian Keith for a long time. Brian Keith and I go way back. I remember when Brian Keith was wearing the polo tie in the ring. I remember when Brian Keith was wearing the baggy shirts. I remember when people underestimated Brian Keith, and even that Brian Keith was a man here in Texas. That Brian Keith won championships all over this state. But then something changed. Something clicked inside Brian Keith when he became not just the bounty hunter, but the underground king. And since then, Brian Keith has been unstoppable. This new edge, this new ferocity to Brian Keith.
He's definitely coming into this return match with a lot more confidence than he did the first time they were against each other. Like I said, he's a new freelance legacy.
God, suplexing Mysterio, rolling him up on top of his head.
And that's just Brian Keith exercising the power that he has. Q clearly has the height and weight advantage, but still, that doesn't stop Brian Keith.
Mysteriously, Q have to bring the fight because clearly Brian Keith is going to bring every ounce of energy he has to beat Mysterious Q.
That spill outside in the crowd and that knee to the head that we saw earlier, I mean, Q was looked like he kind of rocked.
That's the fight that Brian Keith brings to every fight he has. He is a fighting champion, both figuratively and literally. Brian Keith is a fighting champion. Brian Keith has been a marked man for some time. The bounty hunter has had a bounty on his head for some time. Standing switch from Q. Again, another DDT.
God, the head and neck area is the focal point.
And look at Q just shaking it off. It drops an elbow. God.
Nobody does it like Q.
That's how much this championship means to Q. Fighting through the pain of that DDT.
Golly.
Both of these men influenced by the great men of Texas past. World-class championship wrestling of their trainer, Booker T. The Japanese influence, the Lucha influence. So many ways these two can bring at each other.
Just into the game.
Oh. Look at that, the athleticism. Mysterious Q outsizing, outweight, outstrength, but look at the technique, the athleticism of Mysterious Q. Two folding each other up. Rather throw you than know you. Trying to connect with a big kick. Now Brian Keith going for another. So here's another suplex guard. Got a trap in the leg. Small package, correct. And only got a 2 count only.
And just like you were saying earlier, you got that opportunity on AEW television. That was another thing that a lot of the guys, when I asked about Mysterious Q, you know, what they would say on the podcast is, why is this guy not signed with a major company?
One of the things I know is that both of these men take such pride, not just in their work, not just in competition, but they want to be the face of not just professional wrestling, but of Texas wrestling. Texas has become the destination of where great professional wrestling exists, and these men want to be synonymous. They want you, when you say Texas wrestling, they want you to say Mysterious Q. They want you to say Brian Keith. Which name are you going to say? We might get the answer at the end of the night. It's Brian Keith looking for a pile driver.
I think it's a little bit too early for that. Oh, God, here we go.
Wait a minute, Q's gonna fly. Oh, my God.
Slide and drop kick.
A baseball slide to the outside.
I bet those locals guys are tired of that.
See representation from local wrestling on the front row. So everyone's here in order to witness the Texas Super Fight rematch, Texas Super Fight 2.
Oh, wait a minute.
Keith down again on the outside, and now Mysterious Q is feeling it.
Oh, boy.
What's going to happen? Q going to the outside, finds nobody home.
He hit his knee. Oh, he hit his knee on the ground.
Again, shades of the Texas Super Fight last year. Mysterious Q miscalculating, landing on that knee.
God. It looked like he tried to course correct in the air, but oh no.
Referee's count's already up to 4. I hate for the Texas Super Fight to end on a count out. You see Mysterious Q grabbing that knee. Q on the outside. Wait a minute, Bounty.
Oh, what's
Brian Keith.
Oh boy.
He's got Mysterious Q measured. Now wait a minute, count to 9.
Oh, cutter!
Wait a minute.
Cutter!
Brian Keith going for the tope suicida, but Q turning into the Q cutter on the outside.
Oh, they're both down. Yeah, eesh. Oh no.
Texas Super Fight 2, new Texas Pro Championship on the line. Mysterious Q back to his feet. You see him limping a little, but that's how much this title means to both men. Q throwing Keith back in the ring. That's where this is going to get settled. It's not going to get settled on the outside. It's going to get settled on the inside as Q goes to the top rope into another Q cutter.
Another Q cutter.
That's it.
That's it.
We've got a new champion now.
Not yet.
2 3/4, Brian Keith barely able to get the shoulder up.
I mean, with a victory here by Mysterious Q, he could be the first ever 2-time New Texas Pro Heavyweight Champion.
He's going to have to keep on the fight. He's got to stay on offense, keep looking at himself like, what's he got to do to put away Brian Keith? To the absolute best, showing why here.
Split crowd here in the Premier Arena.
Now, wait a minute. Now,
so what are we going for?
Q positioning Brian Keith in the corner. He's in the drop zone. Now, this is uncharacteristic of Mysterious Q. The big man going up top.
You got to be wary of that knee, too.
Whoa! 450-year-old.
Oh, the knee.
Looked like he tried to land on his feet, but he got caught into a cutter. Brian Keith. Not like this, Keith, with the cutter to Q. No!
Is that a BK cutter? A bounty cutter. There we go.
Bounty cutter, BK cutter, whatever you call it. It only got a 2.5, 2 3/4. It's gotten so personal between these two. There's only room at the top for one. Rob, there's only room at the top for one person. Only one person can call themselves the best here at New Texas Pro.
And just think of the psychological damage that would have been caused if you won with Q's move against him.
So much on the line here in our main event. Brian Keith.
Sharp forearms.
Doing those forearms, those Masada-like forearms.
I don't know if you want to get in a strike with Q. I know Brian Keith is tough, but...
Discus forearm from Mysterious Q.
Ooh. Lefts and the rights.
You can tell that Brian Keith is a big fan of the 4 pillars as he looks to establish himself as one of the pillars here in Texas wrestling.
Oh, we found the target.
Oh!
He just shook it off and hit him with the same arm.
And Q just used that target to collide into Brian Keith and turn him inside out, but Keith again back up to his feet. The burning spirit
pump kick
of the Underground King.
Oh, what is this? A fire thunder? Oh,
God! That's it. Let's go. No!
Brian Keith has used that move many a times to end matches. Matter of fact, he just used it 2 days ago to win the freelance title.
Q packed and stacked Brian Keith, but still only a 2 count. What's it going to take to get one of these men down for 3 and see Q taking off the wrist tape?
Not only are they using their own move sets, they're using their opponent's move sets, trying to get into the opponent's head and hopefully pull out the victory.
One of the most anticipated rematches in the history of New Texas Pro, and it has not disappointed so far.
I feel for any professional wrestler to take open hand chops like that. Pummeling them in the corner.
In the face of the referee. Now come on, Q. Championship is on the line. You don't want to get disqualified here.
Hey.
Now come on again. No, wait a minute.
Oh.
Low blow for Brian Keith. Wait a minute. I can't believe what I just saw. Brian Keith. Referee never saw it. That was a low blow from Brian Keith.
Oh. Hey, it's how the champ stay champ. You know the rules, and then you exploit
Look at
them.
Q powering out. Going for a Q cutter again.
Oh, what's that? Double underhooks.
Turns it into the elbow driver. Tiger driver connects. No!
I am just impressed by the strength of Brian Keith, man.
This crowd chanting fight forever. These two might have to fight forever. Back and forth we go.
The wrist tape's coming off.
Now Brian Keith taking off the wrist tape. These two have thrown literally everything they have at one another.
And they still aren't done. There can only be one winner.
God. Stiff kicks. Brian Keith known for the fastest kicks, the fastest strikes in all of Texas. Mysterious Q trying to fight out of this predicament here.
Reverse DDT.
Oh, he's got Keith up on the shoulder. Keith able to
ducking
slip
the
out
kick.
of it. Oh, he's got him up. Got him up in position for the F16. Oh, it connects. Ah!
Oh, that was the woo.
And Keith already up to his feet.
Oh, here we go.
Keith's got him up again.
Snake eyes. You owe me a Coke, by the way.
Going for a Q. Going for the F16 again.
Oh.
Mysterious Q. And again, Brian Keith kicks out.
Barely. So close, man. My chest.
I'm spent. I don't know. What more can Q do? What more can Q do? He just hit him with his best move twice in a row, and Brian Keith refuses to say die.
My heart is beating so fast right now. Woo,
woo. Mysterious Q looking up at the referee, making sure it wasn't 3. It was 2.
Oh.
Somehow this absolute classic is continuing.
One more major move.
Yeah, Q
This could do
signaling
it.
the second it's all over one more time.
Wait a minute.
God, both of these men spent so much energy, so much effort, so much on the line. You see Q position, Q on top rope again. Something's got to give here.
Whatever it is, it can't be anything good. Nothing whatsoever.
This one I thought the Q couldn't go any bigger. Now what is going to happen here? What's
some type of avalanche move?
Now wait a minute. No. Q looking for a super Q cutter off the top. Oh my God, no.
Oh.
Brian Keith slipped out of it. Thank
out.
God.
Forearm.
God. Enziguri connects.
Big kick, rock Q.
Q is knocked loopy.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Got the goozle. What we doing?
Q's got Keith by the throat.
Oh.
But has the damage been done?
Chops to the throat.
Has Keith taken too much out of Q? How are either of these men still on their feet? They're both up top. This is not good. This is not good.
This is going to work.
This is not good. This is not good. Go for Tiger Driver off the top! That's gotta be it!
Oh my God. Wow.
A Tiger Driver, that Emerald Driver off the top rope.
That was
a spectacular way that proved for 3 seconds Brian Keith is still better than Mysterious Q. Sitting up. Look at that sit-up from the Underground King. Has the question been answered? I mean, we saw that low blow from Brian Keith earlier in this matchup, very uncharacteristic of the Underground King. But an absolute barn burner. These two threw everything they had at one another. In the end, the man with his arm raised is still New Texas Pro Champion.
I mean, you do what you got to do to still remain champion.
To the top, to the top. Hey, never gonna stop, never gonna keep me down. Still the one that's standing now. Destiny is calling me, go down in history. Every day I fight to be. Every day I fight to be.
On TME versus the Hardys, the best of IWC, possibly the best of all time. I mean, if it can't be us, no shame, it should be TME. We'll see if they can hang, and then maybe we'll see if we can hang with the team who ends up in the tag team titles here after this.
The biggest match of their young careers by far. The Hardy Boys, first ballot Hall of Famers, like Zach Nystrom made reference to, may be the greatest tag team of all time. But tonight, they want to add the IWC Tag Team Championship to their already impressive resume.
And you know, you think about, you mentioned a tag team championship for the Hardys, WWF, WCW, TNA, Ring of Honor, Omega, New Dimension Wrestling, Maryland Championship Wrestling, The Crash Wrestling, House of Glory, All-Star Wrestling, NWA 2000, and both men have held singles titles as well, but they have not held the IWC Tag Team titles. They could add that to their list tonight.
Is that all they won?
Well, there are a ton. You know, I was trying to talk to them earlier, and they kind of, you know, you try and talk to some people, you try and see if they have a money-making opportunity they'd be interested in, and well, here we go.
Boy, here comes the money on this one.
The roof is about to blow off this building. The most unlikely challengers, but surefire #1 contenders wherever they go. Matt, Jeff, the Hardy Boys are here.
And you know, for any tag team wrestler, you think about, and Nystrom, I'm sure that you could attest to this, you think about legendary tag teams. You have been compared to Barry Windham, to Arn and Tully with you and Elijah Dean. But you have to think, if you're a tag team competitor, you think of the Hardy Boys anytime you're in that ring.
I mean, I'm saying any guy who wants to be a great tag team wrestler, they put on tape, they put on the film, and they've watched a variety of the Hardy Boys matches. I mean, they have a tape that goes for as long as, what, Jeff started wrestling at 16 years old. I mean, these guys they've had the test of time. They've done it all, seen it all. And I mean, this is just maybe another check on their box.
Gentlemen, the Hardy Boys will be celebrating their 30th year in professional wrestling.
Well, there we go.
Later this calendar year. This is their farewell tour, their coup de grace, and listen to this place. The Ice Arena giving love to the Hardys. Fans have been here since this afternoon, noon, wrapped around the corner, waiting for their opportunity to meet Matt, Jeff, the Hardy Boys, and now they get to see them compete for the IWC Tag Team Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challengers from Cameron, North Carolina, at a combined weight of 428 pounds, Matt, Jeff, the Hardy!
The challengers look ready. They're here to make history tonight.
And their opponents from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at a combined weight of 513 pounds, they are the current IWC Tag Team Champions, Duke Davis, Gannon Jones Jr., TME!
The champions are ready.
Duke Davis, Gannon Jones Jr. Gannon Jones Jr., his nickname is the All-Star of Professional Wrestling. That's what you have with this tag team, but you'd have to think that there are some butterflies. It's one thing to meet your heroes. It's one thing to meet somebody that paved the road that you walked down, but it's another thing entirely to step across from them in that ring and look them in the eyes.
Let's be honest. It is a huge life accomplishment for TME to be tag team champions. Think about this. Did they ever in their wildest dreams think they would be defending against their childhood heroes right here in Rostover, Pennsylvania? And the fans chanting IWC, and rightly so.
And you know, you got a little bit of a split between the two teams there early on.
Well, the fans respect the homegrown talent. They respect the journey that TME have been on. Zach Nystrom, you followed them. How big is this for TME?
I mean, for TME, I think this is the cream of the crop. This is possibly the best team that they could be in the ring with today. And let's not only talk about the lineage of the Hardys' whole career, but let's talk about TME, the four-time IWC Tag Team Champions, a championship that has been around for 20-plus years. These guys are top-tier competitors. And I'll say it, maybe a little bit better athletes than Matt and Jeff at this point in their career.
You make a very good point.
Gannon are just hitting their stride now. They may have started later, but they've been competitors their entire life.
Zach Nystrom, we talked about it earlier during Elijah D match. It only takes 3 seconds to get a pinfall, and in this case, it only takes 3 seconds for a TME to retain the Tag Team Championship and shock the wrestling world.
Not only retain, but shock the wrestling world. We'll be hearing that around the entire wrestling world. If TME can beat the Hardy Boys tonight,
this is going to be on the front page of every wrestling website. It's going to be on the front page on Facebook. Oh, wait a minute. Well, we're going to have a matchup here.
Like you said, this crowd is split. TME. And the Hardys wishing to delete TME. Jeff looking colorful as always. Boy, he always goes all out. TME staring down their childhood heroes.
competing for their championship. And that gets into your head a little bit.
Well, apparently Rosterver's favorite key on the keyboard is the delete key.
That's very possible. They're going to attempt, the Hardys are going to attempt to control Alt-Delete those IWC tag titles into their possession.
Zach Nystrom, you have been in big match situations. You have been under the stars. You have been in the main event. Pardon the pun. What is going through their minds right now? Can you think of a likely scenario like that is comparable to anything like this?
You know, I've been in similar shoes as TME. I wrestled actually Carlito the last time we were here, a guy that I watched growing up on TV. But in TME's mind, I know the type of competitors that they are. They're not looking at this as an opportunity to just be in the ring with the Hardys. They're looking at this as an opportunity to beat the Hardys, to stake their claim as one of the greatest tag teams going today.
Gentlemen, the bell has sounded and this match is officially underway. The IWC Tag Team Championship is on the line. Matt Hardy now locking up.
You got Gannon in there right now. A little bit of a feeling out process. That's a smart strategy by both teams.
Now, I had a chance to catch up with Gannon and Duke earlier today. They are ready for the moment. They have been watching the Hardy Boys since they were kids. They know all their moves, gentlemen. And you know what they told me? They've never seen us wrestle. They are ready for the upset tonight.
I mean, that's a good point. You know, when you're a tag team competitor and you've got the schedule that the Hardys do, it's sometimes hard to strategize, hard to really come up with a game plan, and I don't know if you can for Duke and Gannon. These guys are 6'5", they can fly like cruiserweights, they have the power game, and there's really nobody that you can compare them to.
And again, like Thunder Rosa, the Hardy Boys have had a grueling travel day and a long 4+ hour meet and greet where they had the opportunity to meet these wonderful fans and then have to get ready to compete for the Tag Team Championship. The main TME, they're ready and they want to come out here retaining the gold.
You know, when you're talking about TME's athleticism, their speed, their strength, all of the above, but what matches up with that is the Hardy Boys' wily veteranness. They have every trick in the book. They've done the miles. They've seen all the people. They've learned from countless legends in wrestling. They might just pull out a trick that TME might have seen all their matches. They haven't seen all their tricks yet.
You're absolutely right about that. There is no substitute for 29+ years of experience, but Matt Hardy, he's got to watch his shoulders here. That headlock is grueling. I'm sure you can attest to that.
Yeah, Gannon Jones Jr., he is nothing to mess around with on the mat. He can do all the basics just beautifully, and when he really starts to get moving and gets flying, he's hard to slow down.
Matt Hardy knows he needs to get the relieved of that headlock. That's cauliflower ear city there. Well, right back to the fundamentals. TME came here with a game plan, and they are executing, gentlemen. Zach Nystrom, you've had that headlock applied to you while you've been on the mat. Tell us about the bone against ear, how bad this hurts. It doesn't look grueling, but it most certainly is.
I mean, this is the hold that'll just wear you down. It'll squeeze your head, it'll get you out of breath, it'll hurt your ears, you won't be hearing right, you can't hear your partner communicate. This hold, you see it every match, and you see it every match because it works.
TME brilliantly, making sure that the moment, and here comes the tag, and look who's made his way into the match, the one and only Jeff Hardy.
You got the charismatic Enigma in there right now with the All-Star.
And you can see the Hardy Boys, they had their game plan, trying to neutralize the arm here on Gannon Jones Jr.
And Zach Nystrom, if I may, if you were advising the Hardys, if they came to you and said, hey, TME may be better than anybody else, what do you advise them? How do you wear down a team that really has no weakness?
You can see you don't just run right into them. I mean, a team like TME, I've had history match after match with them, but the real way to get them is to outsmart them, think on your feet. They're big and they're bad, but You can outsmart them every once in a while. I don't know if that's what Jeff's going to try and do here. I think maybe he's realizing that running right into him is not going to work.
Well, this is tough because Jeff Hardy is not going to beat him with power. He's not going to beat him on the mat, and wow, he may not beat him in the air either.
That's right. The chemistry and the influx of high flying that's built into TME's game is really something that you don't expect when you see these two guys walk through the door. You think, oh, big, powerful, strong. These guys are fast. These guys can jump. They can fly around this ring like pretty much anybody else in this business.
When I talked to them earlier, they referred to themselves as wrestling brothers in comparison to the Life brothers. These guys know what each other's thinking, but they don't have the instincts of the real brothers, but they have youth. And I'm telling you, I am going to say it right on the record. I saw the Hardy Boys compete just last week against a team of Flip Gordon and John Morgan, and they're right for the pickings because they've been competing. And here comes Jeff lighting up this crowd. Oh, and mocking TME.
And I tell you, this is a little bit different for TME. This is not something they experience often. I mean, if I may, Mr. Nystrom, there was nobody on your side in the crowd when you took on TME.
No, I mean, we're always back in the corner, but you're right. TME here at IWC, they might be actually the biggest fan favorites. I'd say it might be a competition, but really, they're almost head and shoulders away, the favorites here at IWC. They're not used to people coming in and maybe even a split crowd, maybe getting a little bit of advantage. That might get into TME's head here.
Brilliant. Driving the shoulder into the ribs of Jeff Hardy. I'm telling you, he has been through some battles. The Hardys have taken on the team of Enzo and Kaz recently, where they were almost defeated in Danbury, Connecticut. Now you have an exhausted Jeff Hardy. You know how many hours it takes for him just to do that face paint for the fans?
I can't imagine. And now that the Hardys are back to a full schedule, they're still getting back used to tagging together. I mean, they took a long break where they were away from each other in the tag team scene. Now they're head first into a whole tour with NEW, many matches on television. This schedule might just wear them down.
You're right, and they're right for the pickings. And here we go, classic Hardys in the corner. Duke Davis better realize where he is. Now the youth, Zach Nystrom, and you talked about it earlier, that time apart, rusty, and you know what, it's not much, it's a microsecond, a step perhaps, but you do get rusty, am I right?
That's for sure, and I mean, a team like TME, they might only need that microsecond to take advantage, to get the fans on their side, to get the momentum going, and they are a very hard team to slow down once they get going. I think Matt Hardy should be staying on him, just like he is.
Pushes him off into the corner now.
Yeah, Duke had that scouted. Matt Hardy was going to go for that twist of fate. Duke said no.
And now Duke, he got his knee wrapped up on that top rope, and now Matt Hardy's going to work on it in the corner.
Well, hey, we can talk about the agility of Duke Davis all we want, but if he's only got one leg, he can't be very agile.
Chop block.
Absolutely, and I think this is where the wily veteranness of the Hardy Boys comes into play. They know how to chop down a tree, chop down a guy. They're going to keep Duke Davis grounded tonight.
Well, we were just talking about earlier that they're not going to match him in power. They're not going to match him on the mat. They may not match him in the air. And right now, the Hardys just showed that they can outbeat them mentally as he's going to the work on this man's leg. Figure four. He better watch where he is.
You know, we saw this move almost win a match earlier tonight with Elijah Dean locking on Bill Collier. And that did a lot of damage to his leg. Bill Collier was worse for wear. He needed help out of this place. This is a tough hole to be in, and Duke Davis does not want to be in it for too long.
Now, you've had this hold put on you. It puts pressure on 7 different points in the leg, but Matt has reversed it.
But when you flip it over, you get the pressure going the other way, and Matt Hardy's in a whole lot of pain right now.
Putting the pressure back on the leg. Now, you lose. It is impossible to describe the blackout pain that comes from the figure four leg lock. It is very conceivable, and we've seen it happen so many times, BC Steel, where you get your shoulders pinned to the mat because you don't realize where you are because of the insufferable pain you're experiencing.
That's true. You know, every man has his breaking point. And you'd have to think, though, for for Duke Davis, he does have the advantage. Wherever he's at in the ring, he can get to the ropes. He is 6'5", 6'6".
He's not right now while he's on the mat, I'll tell you. But
that's true.
Matt Hardy's got to get back on the leg. And I'm not sure if Duke should be trying to lifting up Matt Hardy.
That choke bomb, wait a minute.
Jeff with the save. Zach Nystrom, desperation on the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, and I think Jeff right there shows how seriously they're taking this match. The Hardy Boys do not want to leave Rostraven with a loss tonight.
But let me throw this out there. Let me just create a scenario. Oh wow, let me just create, and there's something that we don't normally see from Duke and Gannon, a little bit of breaking the rules. I mean, I'm sure you'd appreciate that, Nystrom.
Referee's back was turned. Hey, you do what you have to do, right, Zach Nystrom?
Well, when you're in a situation where you're facing possibly your childhood heroes, I mean, you're going to do everything you can to beat them.
Regardless if it's your childhood heroes or any contenders, you're going to do everything you have to do to come out of here with that gold around your waist, but especially against first ballot Hall of Famers, the greatest of all times perhaps, Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys.
Well, let me just throw this scenario out here. Let's say, hypothetically, TME is able to get that win. We talked about how they're going to be on websites, they're going to be on everything. First and foremost, is there going to be questions about the Hardys? I mean, we could be seeing a changing of the guard as we see in tag team professional wrestling.
Well, I think you mentioned earlier their grueling schedule. I don't think anybody would look at them and say, you know what, how did that happen? They have been burning the midnight oil. They go from coast to coast, Wednesdays, Fridays, Northeast Wrestling, IWC, and everything in between.
You know, and we saw it there, Gannon Jones Jr. with possibly a handful of hair. I think maybe TME has heard a little bit enough about the Hardys. Ever since they've been announced for this show that a lot of fans here to see the Hardys, here to see the Hardys. They want to let everybody know you're here to see TME.
The strength, even with the injured leg. Big suplex on Matt. Oh, I thought he was going to retain.
And you know, you just see that handoff on a suplex. It's very hard to hold someone in a suplex, but to hand them off to your tag team partner is something entirely different. Really impressive feat of strength. I'm going to pretty much guarantee the Hardys have never, ever experienced something like that.
Look at the pain wrenched in Matt Hardy's face. He knows he's in here with a fight. They know they are competing for the IWC Championship. They know they're in a battle. Matt throwing those desperation forearms. Zach, when you hear the crowd chanting for your opposing team, does that change your mindset?
You know, I think a lot of teams, they could get in their head, it could get under their skin, but some teams, it might just motivate them even more.
Well, here's another weird thing that you got to look into. This is new territory for Duke and Gannon. They're not ones that are usually going to take shortcuts. I personally am a fan of it, but the one thing that you're going to have to say is how far are they willing to take
Whoa,
it?
Matt, desperation going for the corner. Duke Davis keeping him away, cutting the ring in half, bringing him back to his corner. Brilliant tag team wrestling.
I mean, you said it. I question. I really, really, really wish I could get into the head right now of Duke and Gannon. Was this calculated from the beginning, or did something snap?
Well, we see long time. We see Northeast Wrestling Hall of Fame photographer Tim Walker at ringside capturing the moment. He's going to capture either a Hardy Boys additional championship win or TME shocking the world and retaining. Now Matt's got the sleeper. He's carrying all that weight too. The full body weight of Matt Hardy. This is brilliant, bringing the big man down to his size. Duke Davis not having any of that.
You saw that Matt Hardy, as soon as he gets a second free, he tries to get that tag to Jeff, but TME doing a fantastic job. I'll give them credit of cutting that ring off and, you know, putting Matt Hardy, putting him through the ringer.
Excellent point, Zach. Every time instinctive, he makes the first move he makes is towards it. Oh, that's gonna draw in Jeff. Disrespect.
You know, no lack of confidence from TME ever, but it's almost slipping into a little bit of cockiness tonight. I don't know if it's the crowd getting under their skin, if they're hearing too much about the Hardys, but it's a little different feeling from TME.
Zach, you know when you're wrestling an opponent, when they're depleting all of their energy, do they feel that with the Hardy Boys right now and have a false sense of security that they really have this match in hand?
They might. I mean, they've been working over Matt Hardy for quite a bit now. He's been in the ring with both Duke Davis and Gangrel Jr. And
look at the pain on Matt Hardy's face.
They might start to be thinking, maybe we got this. Maybe we have this under control. Maybe the Hardy Boys, they're not all we thought they were.
Matt desperately reaching for his brother. Brother Nero on the corner. He knocked him out. He knocked him out.
Well, you know, IWC does have a resident dentist on call. Might need to give her a call after that one.
Zach Nystrom, how did he kick out of that?
You know, I don't know. I've luckily never had that kicked down to me, but I've seen it done to my partner a few times. And a few times I've had to pull him out of the ring because I'm worried about getting your head knocked clean off with that kick.
Matt Hardy rolling to the outside, breaking, calling his own timeout, BC Steel.
Yeah, you know, and we talk about the All-Star and things like that, but this could break down. This could start to get awfully, whoa, well, I mean, right on cue.
Gannon Jones Jr., meet Mr. Steel Post.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a breakdown on both sides. You know, Duke Davis and Gannon Jones Jr., they have a little bit of grit to them right now. They're kind of grinding away on Matt Hardy.
Desperate.
And we just saw Matt Hardy pull out a big stop, throwing Gannon Jones Jr. into the post, looking for this tag to get his brother in.
Crawling to his brother, trying to make the tag.
He's fingertips away, but no, he doesn't make the tag. Referee Bobby Williams says no, and so does Gannon.
Gannon, stop looking into the camera. Get over to your opponent. Take advantage of the situation in the moment at hand.
Power. And you know, Gannon and Duke, they're like two great coaches. They always know what play to call, but they're the ones calling the play and running the play.
What is Jeff Hardy thinking on the corner right now? He's watching his brother get decimated, and now we got Gannon Jones Jr. going to the top.
Oh, he's taking his good time.
Could we have a win?
Moonsault misses.
I was going to say possibly a whisper in the wind of sorts, but Gannon went for the moonsault, and that extra second that we would not normally see from Gannon Jones Jr. made all the difference.
Can Matt get to his brother? Yes, he can. Here comes Brother Nero. TME is in trouble. Atomic drop. Here we go. Zach Nysom might say Jeff Hardy still has it, but sir, he's never lost it.
Absolutely, he's pulling out the stops.
Oh, Jeff Hardy thought he had it there.
You know, I think Jeff saw what TME did to his brother on the inside, and he knew that he had to bring everything. He had to bring all the tricks in the book
and
when
quickly.
he got finally tagged in.
And quickly. He realizes that he's in a situation right now. If he wants these championship belts, he's got to act now.
Well, here we go. Twist of fate. No, went for that DDT.
Smart. The twist of fate was not there. The DDT was. Drove his head to the mat.
But the DDT just slightly less effective than the twist of fate that Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy have both won countless matches with.
You're absolutely right, and that's why Gannon Jones Jr. was able to get out of it. And here comes Duke Davis.
And I think Jeff Hardy might have been thinking twist of fate again.
Here we go, double teaming. Whips him in the corner. Oh, big forearm.
Oh,
he hit it.
That's a blockbuster. This could be it. We've got it.
Oh, I thought we had a retention of the titles.
You know, that's a patented move from TME. They call it the 21-91. And I've seen some teams go under to that, but tonight, not Jeff Hardy, not now.
It was the difference of Gannon Jones Jr. getting his body weight over Jeff Hardy's shoulders that enabled him to kick out. And wow, side leg sweep from a drop kick. And now Matt breaking up the cover. The Hardys looking at the championship slipping away.
Well, and Gannon just threw Matt right back to the outside. TME has Jeff Hardy exactly where they want him.
Double teaming though.
I'd say right now, if you told TME, hey, you'll be at this point in this matchup in firm control, they'd take it.
We've got to be getting close to a 5 count from the referee.
Well, this might be one of those cases. He knows that these people want to see a winner.
Oh, it might be one of those cases where it's breaking down. Here comes Matt Hardy, all 4 men in the ring now.
Jeff in a very, very bad situation.
Side effect. I don't know that Duke Davis knows his partner's down.
Well, he better get up there and do what he's thinking and do it quickly. Jeff Hardy with the headbutt. Make it 3.
Oh no, right in the mat.
There's the twist of fate. We know
all
what's coming
know what
next.
comes next. Jeff Hardy ripping the shirt off. The people on their feet. This is what they came to see.
Swanton Bomb!
Here it is.
We got new champions!
What in the world?
Here are your winners and new IWC Tag Team Champions, the Hardys!
Add another accolade to their already impressive resume. Matt, Jeff, the Hardy Boys are your new IWC Tag Team Champions.
What? That's the twist of fate and a Swanton Bomb, and we've got new tag team champions here in IWC.
I mean, they came in looking for gold, and they did exactly what they told us to do. They're starting on a new expedition of gold, starting with IWC.
Right here tonight at IWC, the expedition of gold has begun again!
Well, I mean, I guess the IWC tag team titles are going to Wednesday nights and Friday nights.
Zach Nystrom, TME has nothing to be ashamed about. They were the underdogs. Even though they were the champions, they almost came out and retained the titles. They have nothing to be ashamed about tonight.
Absolutely not. I'm really just shocked. I've been in the ring with TME a multitude of times, and I really thought they had it tonight, but no match for possibly the greatest tag team of all time, and your new IWC Tag Team Champions?
And they were able, TME was, to neutralize Jeff Hardy, but they weren't able to neutralize it for long enough.
And it looks like Matt Hardy wants to speak to the people that have been chanting his and his brother's name all night, that have been standing on a long line wrapped around the parking lot for the meet and greet.
Look at everybody's on their feet.
Like he's just going to let the people speak for themselves. And the crowd's still appreciative of TME. I mean, I think they're just happy with this match.
These fans got an incredible tag.
Well, would you look at that? It looks like the expedition of gold has begun again. Hey, TME, hang right there for just a moment, please. So, thank you all so much. You guys were amazing tonight. And I know we presented you with a really interesting match. You had good guys versus good guys, and that you guys were enthusiastic and active throughout the way, so thank you all very much. Delightful even. So what I want to say is, I'm sure most of you here know that this is the final run for the Hardy Boys. And we are honored to be IWC Tag Team Champions. And I'll tell you who's the first team I would like to wrestle and defend these titles against it would be these two guys. An incredible team. Figuratively and literally, the main event.
Amazing accolades so richly earned tonight by TME.
So, as I was saying, it was very important to myself and my brother to come back to independent wrestling, to smaller territorial areas, because without fans like each and every one of you that are right here tonight, there would be no Matt Jeff Hardy. My brother and I, we grew up with larger-than-life dreams. We wrestled for 6 years in every armory, high school, VWF, whatever it was, no matter if there were 12 people or 1,200, we wrestled and we busted our ass, much like these young men did tonight. So as we have proclaimed this as our final run, we also wanted to be our best run. And it was important to us to come back to independent wrestling and give back to the future stars of this industry. So with that being said, I would like both of you guys to come back in the ring. Please, por favor. You know, man, we don't know you well. We had no idea what we were in for, but I got to tell you, I was so pleasantly surprised at how hard you guys busted your ass to bring the fight to us. Because I know there's a lot of teams that would be intimidated for stepping in the ring with the Hardy Boys, but you guys did not hold back. And I'm going to tell you right here and right now, the first thing we said after this match was over was like, man, those guys kick ass. We both respect the hell out of you. And I know that tag team wrestling is safe with teams like you in the future. Thank you. TME. Hell, I'm chanting from in the ring. So look, man, you guys stay here. We're gonna have a little celebration, but you know, I'm kind of the architect of the Hardy Boys, but now I'm gonna turn you over to the rock star of the Hardy Boys. My brother Nero, Jeff Hardy, and he's got a hell of a way to close this night out.
Oh man, over all the years, all the crazy spots, all the crazy moments that we've created, I mean, I couldn't have done that without people like you. You make me feel superhuman at times. And from the bottom of our hearts, you know, we do this together, and I thank y'all so much. But with that said, there's no hate for WWE whatsoever. I love AEW, but if it wasn't for WWE, there wouldn't be no Matt and Jeff Hardy. And so with that said, like a little after my departure, I wrote a love letter to WWE, a short love letter in form of a short song. And it goes a little bit like this. I'll fade away and classify myself as all elite. I'll fade away and classify myself as all elite. Thank you so much. I love each and every one of y'all. Great night.
There you have it, the new IWC Tag Team Champions, Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys.
And you know, Gannon Jones Jr. and Duke Davis gained something that not a lot of teams can say. They went in there with the Hardy Boys and they gained their respect. And I would imagine that 20 to 25 years ago, Duke Davis and Gannon Jones Jr. sitting on their couch watching the Hardy Boys in TLC on Monday night, going all over the world, but maybe one day I can be in that ring and do that. But to be in there with them, that proves, and I know it's corny, but dreams do become reality.
They most certainly do. What a show.
We will be back for another Northeast Wrestling IWC Super Show Sunday.
Manager of Champions, a woman associated with
His opponent,
historic AEW title
from
run.
the great state of Iowa, 240 pounds, the Corn Belt Cowboy, the one called Manders.
The one called Manders, the Corn Belt Cowboy, a man who stands up for what is right in his heart, a man not willing to step down or step aside for any other man, and he's not going to let Silas Young use him as a stepping stone here tonight at Never Say Die.
Well, Manders knows that the time is now to stand up for everything he has said, everything he's believed in, and all the friends that he stood by along the way. Manders as tough as they come, but this environment is daunting no matter who you are. It's intimidating no matter how many fights you've been in. We watch this steel structure get erected. It can do damage, it can shorten careers, and it just may tonight.
Oh, and Silas Young sends the door of that cage crashing into the face of Manders. The last time we saw this steel cage here in AAW, it was Fred Yehi and it was Mance Warner going to blows for that AAW championship. This same cage, the second gear crew brethren of Mance Warner bled buckets in.
It was a bloody, violent mess on that occasion as Silas, look out, pulling out a door early. Silas has jump-started this matchup outside of the cage, looking to do as much damage as possible to Manders before they get inside the unforgiving steel.
Once that door's locked, it is solid steel surrounding that ring. It is Manders and it is Silas Young. It's two men that are going to lock horns with one another, if they can even make it that far, Joe Dombrowski.
Yeah, it remains to be seen. I mean, these guys have done so much damage to one another over the months, cost each other matches, talked a lot of trash, but backed all of it up. And you have to wonder, what state will the careers of both these men be at the conclusion of this match?
These two men, you know, it was that Bourbon Street fight last time that they locked up here at 115 Bourbon Street. For Silas Young, this isn't his first trip around the block. He's been in steel cage matches before. He knows how to pace himself in any type of matchup that there is. Manders, I'm unsure if he's ever been in a steel cage match before. But what I can guarantee you is Manders has been in a fight. Manders has been in a no-holds-barred barroom brawl where he stood toe-to-toe with any man on the planet.
And Manders, under any circumstances, knows no fear, knows no trepidation, but there's got to be at least, you got to believe, a little bit of pensiveness, a little bit of pause that comes over your mind and over your psyche when you realize the environment we're in.
It's Manders battling up from underneath, looking to gain the upper hand on Silas Young. Grabs him, oh, and drops him face first onto that guardrail. And if you're Manders, you pick up this victory here tonight, do you finally gain the respect of Silas Young?
I don't know if Manders is after respect. I don't know if Manders is after silence. I don't know if Manders is out for evisceration. Maybe a combination of all of the above. As Silas sent hard into that guardrail, Manders right now is fighting for his own pride more than anything, to show Silas, to shut him up, to demonstrate that you don't mess with SGC.
As they go under the ring one more time. I've lost count of how many doors they've gotten into the ring so far. But what it seems like is certain destruction and doom looms for either Silas Young or Manders once they get inside this steel cage, once they lock that door.
I would suggest that to be the case.
Some of the violent encounters of AAW past inside steel cages. We've seen Homicide Nettie Kingston go toe-to-toe with OI4K. We've seen Brody King wrestle with a broken jaw against Sami Callihan inside this very steel cage. We had the aforementioned Mance Warner Fred Yehai contest.
And Manders keeps finding weapons. Manders keeps finding tricks of the trade.
And as violent as the steel cage is going to be, you keep just adding carnage to it, for lack of a better term. It's only going to get that much more dangerous for both Manders and Young.
Well, Manders parading around the ring. Look at the plunder that has filled this ring already, and we haven't even officially gotten inside the cage.
Silas Young's in a world of hurt so far, writhing in pain down on the floor.
In a bad, bad way. Good grief.
And that chair wrapping around the spine of Silas Young.
Violent intent. That's Manders in a nutshell. As now this match can officially start, if you can believe it.
Manders able to get Silas into the ring. Pandering to the crowd, I think he's taking a little bit too much time. You can't give Silas Young a second to think about what he can do. As Val Malone paying dividends on the outside.
I forgot about her. And that'll hopefully be the only recourse of her involvement in the course of this cage match.
Slingshot clothesline by the last real man takes Manders down. The door is closed shut, and we are finally officially underway. The main event of Never Say Die.
Well, Never Say Die is a great way to sum up the environment and the personalities involved in this main event. Silas too stubborn to back down. Manders too prideful to not keep fighting.
Oh, and Silas with a diving senton on the Manders. Hooks the leg, looking to make a quick night. Manders out at 2.
And Silas talking trash. That's how this started. In the mind of Silas, it's how it'll end. Oh, blocking the steel.
Manders battling out with everything that he's got. A vicious chop to the chest. And now Young sent face first into that cage. Twice.
Oh. Silas in a bad, bad way now. Big time damage has been done.
And yet again, another shot with that chair by Manders.
Manders enjoying every moment of it.
As the adulation. Oh, being soaked in by Manders, but yet again taking too much time, giving Silas Young a chance as Silas Young's busted open.
Yeah.
DDT driving him center of the ring. Hooks the leg.
Could be all here. No. Near fall.
All it took was 2 times Silas's head being driven into that unforgiving steel cage, opening up some scar tissue from battles of the past.
I don't know if Manders has ever wanted a victory more. Could be Stampede time.
Oh, Silas goes low. And a knee strike from the last real man. Stuns Manders.
Jeez.
That twisting neck breaker. Shades of Eric Cannon from Silas Young.
And doing that surrounded by steel makes it even more perilous as, oh man, a near fall. Silas thought this thing was it. But man, you can see the physical toll of this matchup from Jump Street, what it's taken out of both of these men.
Manders saying, bring it on, Silas.
Oh! Good grief. What a violent altercation.
That chair just wrapping around the cranium of Manders. And yet again, Silas maniacal in his attack.
Just relentless. Silas Young. Does he want to destroy SGC forever? Prove that he's the only real man left in this locker room? It's been what he's claimed since day one.
Throws a haymaker with that trash can. Manders able to evade it. Oh, was thinking powerbomb. Instead gets backed into the corner by Silas Young. And now Silas scales the buckles. The referee's there as simply a formality.
Yeah.
To either count the 1, 2, 3, or to either see if there's a submission. Powerbomb out of the corner by Manders.
Yeah, there to declare a winner and not much else.
And now Manders floats into the cover. Silas out at
man.
the last second.
How close was that? And the facial expression of Manders, maybe he thought it would be done by now with the wreckage and the blood and the damage and the broken bodies. But Silas is the most dominant and longest reigning champion for a reason. He has succeeded on a high level for so long for a reason. And we can't forget that.
Manders ripping that covering for the ring post off as solid steel underneath that padding. All that little bit of tape does is simply connect those two cables together. Acts as a very mini protective barrier, and Manders is looking to remove that as quickly as it comes.
Well, Silas gonna taste it. No.
Oh, Silas being
puts the brakes on.
Gripped by the scruff of his neck. Goes low. All shots are legal here inside the steel cage. Silas trips him up. Oh, and now Manders in a bad way. Manders face first.
Manders tastes the steel, and Manders is dazed and confused and in a bad way.
The faithful here at 115 Bourbon Street behind Manders.
They would love to see Manders achieve and excel. Ouch.
Oh, and now Silas driving him headfirst into the unforgiving steel cage.
Violence personified.
As Manders now busted open, courtesy of the last real man. Paintbrushing boot across the face, much to the adulation of Val Malone on the outside.
Oh, Manders is a mess. Manders a bloody mess.
Silas now setting up a weapon of destruction.
Jeez.
Strong words from the last real man.
Yeah, running his mouth.
Oh, and careful what you wish for, Silas, because you just might get it. Manders battling up. Manders firing with a couple shots of his own. Silas able to move out of the way of that clothesline. Full Nelson into the knee, onto the shoulders. Oh! TKOs him through that door, and now Silas stacks Manders for the cover.
Oh! Man, the twos get longer The blood flows freer, but no clear-cut winner.
Manders crawling to the rope, trying to get back up on his feet, but Silas, the 20-year veteran, the first man up. And in his mind, the only man up.
Yeah, the only man in the building. The last real man, the last of a dying breed. What is this? Oh, this is...
Boots him in the gut.
Silas had something in his hand ready to... Is that spur we saw utilized in the past between these men? As Manders will flip-flop and fly.
Oh,
And
God! Oh, and now Manders looking to grind that spur into the forehead,
Lord.
cutting him open, gutting him like a stuck pig.
What a vile image. A vile, vile image. Oh, no. Well, that's in Manders' wheelhouse. I think there was a lot personal there that Silas was trying to do to hurt Manders with one of Manders' own, personal objects.
Oh, and Manders isn't done.
This is sadistic. This is what it's come to. Just
these short
repeatedly
jabs.
stabbing into the skull. My God.
I stabbed that man 9 times. Manders channeling his inner New Jack.
It's the SGC pride that drives him along.
And breaking that door in half, grabbing a jagged edge.
Just relentlessly assaulting him. Manders has lost it here.
Anything that Manders can get his hands on, he's using as a weapon of destruction against Silas Young. Hoists him onto the shoulders, looking for that stampede. Oh, into the exposed buckle. Into that carnage salad. Manders looking for the cover. Silas is down too. Oh, Silas able to kick out somehow, some way.
And the eyes tell the story. Manders in shock.
Manders thinking, what more do I have to do to put Silas down?
And looking at Val Malone out there, almost as if blaming her for this. There's blood on her hands here as well, there's no doubt.
Let's not forget, it was that shocking return during that Bourbon Street fight which solidified the working relationship, we should say, of Silas and Val one more time.
Is Manders giving Silas his last rites?
That door being wedged in a precarious way by Manders. Oh, Val!
Oh, no.
Val Malone rips that door open, gets into the cage. Coming to the aid of Silas.
You have no business in here.
Oh, and she might have bit off a little bit much more than she could chew. Manders has her up. Oh!
My God!
The stampede through the door.
Val has been obliterated. And when you put yourself in this environment, you become fair game.
And Manders just staring a hole through Val Malone, saying, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Oh, and Silas goes low. The equalizing shot into a small package.
Silas
has
has
him
a
hooked.
needle.
The referee checking on Val Malone.
This'll do it. No.
And Silas not able to get the 1, 2, 3. Manders able to kick out.
Look at the blood strewn throughout this ring. Look at the damage that's been done.
Before this contest started, that canvas was damn near clean.
Jeez.
And the broken remnants of that door. Oh my God!
Oh God! What a violent eruption!
Silas Young is a man possessed right now. Manders out on his feet. Silas setting those chairs up one more time, which can only mean an impending doom for the one called Manders, if he can even get back on his feet, Joe.
Well, that's the big question here. And Silas, another makeshift bridge, an implement of destruction.
Val Malone absolutely obliterated in the corner.
Oh, Val Malone is a non-factor. No question about that.
Silas hits the ropes. Oh, Manders!
Oh boy.
Able to hoist him onto the shoulders. Sends him head first into the cage, followed up with a lariat.
All impact, here we go.
And Silas able to kick out at the last second. Taking as much time as he can to get the air back into his lungs.
Well, he'll need every second he can get here. Yeah, that says it all. Manders frustrated.
Are they ready? Manders now setting up another chair, setting up more implements of destruction to end Silas Young here tonight. I can't even begin to think of what Manders has in mind here. Very reminiscent of the Bourbon Street fight. This double-decker implements of destruction being put together by Manders as he peppers Silas Young with knuckles across the forehead. And a chop to the chest. Silas Young fading fast in the corner. Manders following Silas all the way up top. And an impending doom for both Silas and Manders if this hits. Silas battling out everything that he can, throwing everything he has behind these shots, which isn't much left at this point, but it's just enough to stop the destruction that Manders had in mind. And now Silas sizing up Manders. Silas scaling the cage, going all the way up top. That cage, 15 feet high here at 115 Bourbon Street. Silas Young perching himself all the way up. Manders following suit. Silas battling with everything that he's got. Both men hanging on for dear life at this point, as Manders now following up suit. Manders brutalizing Silas. Silas on the shoulder of Manders. Manders has Silas right where he wants him. Manders, the stampede off the top of the cage. Good God, Silas Young destroyed, broken in half, and Manders gets the W. Manders picks up the victory here. Steel cage warfare. Silas Young sent crashing through an implement of
18
destruction.
minutes, 12 seconds. The winner of the steel cage match, the one called Manders.
Manders finally gets the retribution that he's been asking for.
A man growing out a beard like that, an almost Dexter, or dare I say Jody-esque beard, he's got something to prove. He's got nothing to lose.
I feel like Jack Evans is just at a point to where he has to prove that he's still fucking here.
He's wildered, man.
You have one of those late 70s, early 80s yacht rock beards.
I used to be a piece of shit. I look like a piece of shit. I used to be.
But people can change, Klaus.
People can change.
I believe Chris Klaus doesn't think people can change.
But Jack Evans, I don't know if he can. He's in it. He's ready to beat the fuck out of anybody.
He looks like $1 million. I mean, this guy, ageless right here, the fountain of youth.
And since leaving AEW, has put on so much mass. I mean, look at the biceps
absolutely.
of Jack Evans, so much bigger, but has retained that signature athleticism that has taken him from the heavens.
And we're still seeing that high-flying athleticism.
Big flapjack, Jesus.
Jordan Oliver taking him down. Oh my God, look at that. Kipping up. And a big kick, not to the face, not to the head, but to the shoulder of Jack Evans. Such unorthodox offense.
He's on game now.
Yeah, nice. Right what he did right there. He had to isolate Jack Evans. He couldn't allow lateral press, near fall right there. Boy, Jordan Oliver, what a feather in his cap. Not only professionally, not only here in VXS, but just personally. Can you imagine flying high? Getting a victory over Jack Evans, only time will tell.
Jordan Oliver has to be careful not to let his emotions get the best of him. We've seen him in some of these big VXS matches, and granted, big chop, nasty chop, and you hear it echoing throughout Fremont Street. He has won most of his matches, but he started to falter. Those victories have gotten away from him the few times they have, because he's let his temper get the best of him. You can't let that happen against Jack Evans.
Could be his Achilles heel. Look at that, going for that mini enziguri.
Speaking of a heel, Jordan Oliver attacking the lower leg of Jack Evans right now, wrenching it down to the mat.
Right to the quadricep. Jack Evans now in trouble, gasping, looking for some sort of escape right now.
And if you're going to beat somebody like Jack Evans, you have to ground them. Jordan
You do.
Oliver, as young as he is
and dumb
smart.
and broke.
As young, dumb, and broke as he is smart. That's one thing I will never take away from J.O.
Well, and that's the thing. This guy, Jack Evans' nickname is literally from the heavens. He's synonymous with his high-flying offense.
Well, I think Jordan Oliver might be
Cover.
introducing him to hell.
Jack Evans from the hells doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, Jordan. Shut up.
Wow, Jody.
We're live. Okay, let's get back to the action here. From Fremont Street, this is VXS. This is Better Off Dying, and we are coming to you. Oh, nice basement drop kick right to the shins, taking down.
Jordan Oliver's got to capitalize here.
Kick out, only a 2 count. Jordan Oliver looking to do the impossible, even the impossible in his own mind, so to speak. Again, his mentor, his hero right there. One-on-one action. What a way to kick things off from Sin City, downtown Fremont Street.
Klaus, Jody, do you think Jordan Oliver is making a mistake by slowing down the pace here? We see Jack Evans with a nice backslide.
Oh, my God.
Wow!
I was going to say no, but now I think he might be making a mistake.
The human body not supposed to bend that way. What does he have in mind here now?
It's the torture crab. We've seen it so many times before. So many fantastic opponents have tapped out to it. Will Jack Evans be added to that list?
The torture crab, not what Larry Legend, our ring announcer, would say the Boston crab, but a variation of the torture crab, basically. But Jack Evans,
he's reaching,
and
he's got it.
And that's where the experience, guys, comes into play right there. Jack Evans knowing where he was, what he had to do, and when he had to do it. This match, this opening contest, fans, continues right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. VXS, Better Off Dying.
And that is where an athlete like Jordan Oliver thrives, in the trap house of VXS. Yes, he has that high-flying clout cutter. Again, we've mentioned his aerial offense. But this guy is not afraid to get nitty and gritty with this submission holds, and that's what you're going to need to do to take down Jack Evans.
Well, he is down right now, but not out. This match still in effect. Our opening contest. What a night of action we have, and what a way to kick things off. And what in the world does Oliver have in mind here?
Torture crab again?
Or possibly slingshot. Oh, wait a minute.
He went for it.
Look at that.
That breakdancing we saw earlier paying off as Jack Evans kips up, but it's not enough. Big chop to the chest from Jordan Oliver.
Dropkick, though. We've seen Jack Evans in this position before, and we've seen what he can do from the top. Oh my goodness.
His neck might be broken off of that neck breaker as Jack Evans goes for the cover.
Jack Evans now. Looks like a standing moonsault. No, twisting moonsault.
Corkscrew for 1,
2. Oh, so close.
More than that to take down the East Coast Ace, I'm telling you.
Again, fans, only 2 losses in the entire 2-year history of violence and suffering. You know the caliber of talent that we bring against Jordan Oliver, and he has outlasted 8 of 10.
Yeah, you're going to have to do more, but Jack Evans feeling it right now. We've seen him. Oh, wait a minute. Oliver from behind. And Jack Evans maybe taking a little too much time up there. Oliver capitalizing. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It's the pavement of Fremont Street.
Oh, hell no.
Evans now firing elbows to fight him off. Oliver down. Wait a minute. Evans, oh my goodness. Corkscrew. Moonsault onto the concrete of Fremont Street, Las Vegas, Nevada. Unbelievable.
Beautiful corkscrew moonsault there by Jack Evans.
And both of these men are just spent as we reach 10 minutes of this match.
They are spent, and they haven't even been in the casino yet.
But neither seems to be giving an inch here. Kloss, Jody, both of these men want this win so bad. Jordan, so he can continue to establish himself as the undisputed ace. Evans, so in his VXS debut, a VXS debut that has been over a year in the making since Lucid Dreams 1. So he can establish himself as the hottest, newest commodity in violence and suffering.
And look at the face right there of Oliver. He doesn't know what hit him. He should know. He studied Evans for so long, but still, it's a different story when you study a guy and when you're in the ring with him one-on-one.
Both of these men making it back into the ring. Both of these men making it back into the ring, getting the count.
You could see Muhammad Ali punch a million men in the face, but whenever he punches you in the face, it's a different story.
Exactly, Jody himself.
Nice handspring elbow. Evans following it up with the Mona Lisa overdrive, perhaps.
Oh, shit.
The Northern Light suplex. Wait a minute, what is this now? Oh, Falcon Arrow.
Nice Falcon Arrow. The Mona Lisa overdrive lands for the 1, the 2, but Jordan Oliver kicks out.
He did the deal and he kicks
Klaus,
out.
how many men did you see Jack Evans put away with that very maneuver on Wrestling Society X?
Very impressive back in the day, and you're talking about a guy so impressive back in the day, worldwide exposure, Wrestling Society X, but now with that much more experience.
Scales the top rope here.
And we've seen him very familiar with this district, the high rent district. Evans!
Big 450 splash! But Jordan Oliver able to get away here.
And he capitalizes with the stunner. Oliver trying to do
That's the Cleopatra coming at you more specifically. And now Jordan Oliver hoping to come back with the Yakuza kick.
This could do it. Upset 1, 2. Oh, Evans kicks out. Man, so close.
He put away, if I'm not mistaken, gentlemen, if my memory serves me correct, he put Rocky Romero away with that Yakuza kick. And yet Jack Evans kicked out. This is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Both men showing just how bad both of them wanted here in this spectacular from Sin City. Both men wanting to prove themselves. And what a showing they are putting on as the fans in total appreciation here, downtown Las Vegas.
Jody, this is our opening contest, and we're already going this hard.
Let's take another look at it. Big
Yakuza kick.
Oh, and he hit all of it.
Andrew Test Martin-esque big boot.
Sure does.
Are you a testicle, Jody?
I am a testicle.
Well, I think yourself is a testicle.
Correct.
Okay.
But I'm also an Oliver.
All right, let's get back to the action, guys. Would you stop, please? Now, look at this. Oliver. Oh, look at this.
Clubbing blows to the back of Jack Evans here.
Big forearm shots.
And this is where that mass that Jordan Oliver gained over the last couple of years comes into play. A naturally slim, a naturally lanky physique. Jordan Oliver bulking so much, adding so much muscle in recent years.
I agree with you, but I still don't think he should match strengths in a match with Jack Evans. Jack Evans a little bit bigger, spending a little bit more time in the gym, but both men, I mean, exceptional as all can be with the aerial tap.
On your point,
I expected this to go differently. I expected Jack Evans to be on top for the most part, but Jordan Oliver proving
Holding
himself.
his own.
Jack Evans, speaking on that, Jody, might be turning it around now with a big Danielson-esque kick to the chest.
Wait a minute!
Followed up with a super kick by Jordan Oliver.
Where did that come from? He's like playing possum.
Oh! Hurricane run out of the suplex by Jack Evans and a spin kick right to the face of the ace.
Discus style. Now Evans looking to put away Oliver.
Not going for the cover. I really don't know how wise it is to not capitalize on that.
Uh-oh. Where is he going? I think we all know. Are we about to see another 450?
That one connected, though.
With the senton at the end. One, two. Are
Oh!
you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Jordan Oliver. The bearded face of Jack Evans tells it all. Look at the shock as he stares into the eyes of Pizza Thai Ref Ben.
That's like winning when you get a 16 and the dealer's got a 10 showing. I mean, defying the odds here. And what a place to do it.
I don't play cards, but I do love professional wrestling, and I love the professional wrestling match we're watching right now between Jack Evans and Jordan Oliver, and nothing good comes out of a superplex position like this.
Jordan Castle, be professional. Wait a minute, what is this?
Up and
whoa! 1, 2, 3.
That's
Jordan
all it
Oliver
took.
puts him away.
What an upset! Jordan Oliver victorious! Oh my goodness, what a match back and forth. What a way, guys, to kick things off here in Las Vegas.
Look,
better off dying.
I never doubted Jordan Oliver, but at some points in this match, I thought Jack had it. And I am so pleasantly surprised to see Jordan Oliver win this one.
And Jordan Castle, I got to ask you, what does this do now mentally and emotionally for a guy like Jordan Oliver, not only in the win column, of course, climbing that ladder, but again, personally, what does this do for a guy like this?
I think you come off of a win against Jimmy Lloyd at Lucid Dreams 2 to determine who is the definitive ace of Violence and Suffering. And I think the question after that can be, where do I go from here? It's easy enough to get to the top of the mountain. It's keeping your place at the top of the mountain that really counts when you have a target on your head in the eyes of each and every member of the Violence and Suffering roster. What a great start for Jordan Oliver.
Well, as a Buddhist master once said, the moment that matters is the now. And this is right now, Jordan Oliver. However, you gotta love the respect being shown, not only from one another, but specific. Well, there it is, from one another. Both men.
Like we said all night, Jordan Oliver lives up to Jack Evans. I think now Jack Evans playing.
How could you not after a performance like that, Jody? Really?
And they just displayed it right there after the bell. Both men bowing down, showing respect to the other. Man, oh man, guys, Sin City, Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas. Violence and Suffering's debut in Las Vegas. We are here, better off dying. Chris Kloss, Jody himself, Jordan Castle, calling the action. What a way to kick things off. What an opening contest. And man, oh man, what a lineup we have. Woo! Right here on Fight TV, fans.
I do just want to emphasize that was the opening contest.
And we have so much more great action to come, Jody.
Let's go back up to this, our ring announcer, of course, coming up. Jimmy Jacobs, Kevin Blackwood.
It's the submission match, but not just the submission match. In tandem with that, it's a goth fight.
Oh, the Battle of the Goths.
Whoa! Oh, wait,
what the hell?
That is AEW's Platinum Max Caster. I did not expect to see him here on Fremont Street.
What the hell's he doing here?
You are now watching Violence and Suffering Wrestling right here in Las Vegas. Some of the greatest wrestling in the world. But tomorrow night, after AEW Rampage, I'll be upstairs at the Nerd doing a concert. Tickets will be available at the door. I want to see everybody there. We're doing songs. We have guests. And you never know what's going to happen with Platinum Max on the microphone. And that's a mic drop.
There's the mic drop. I still can't believe it. He had a mouthful right there.
You never know what could happen at Violence and Suffering. You never know who might show up. One half of the acclaimed Platinum Max Caster. What a moment here on Fremont Street.
I'm so hard right now.
Let's go back up to our ring announcer as we get set for more VXS action.
We've got so much more. Just a reminder, the official hashtag VXSBOD. If you're
go, guys. And the electricity down there. Second to none. Chris Kloss, Jody himself, Jordan Castle on the action, and here we go.
Oh, this Team Tiger driver, Kevin Blackwood, the fucking guy. This is my
The aesthetic crippler, and special thanks to our friends over at the Ring Fanatics podcast for bringing this match to us, one of our many great sponsors here tonight. This submission godfight would not be possible without them, and what a submission godfight is going to be.
Let's also not forget youtube.com/The Wrestling Chatter. Subscribe today, fans, and on the 15th and the 30th of every month, you can catch my interviews with XPW legends. And of course, on the 10th of every month, Allie's Finest. youtube.com/The Wrestling Chatter. Subscribe today. And man, oh man, we are here. We have arrived. The debut, guys. The debut of VXS in Las Vegas. VXS outdoing itself once again. This is Better Off Dying. Oh, there he is. The opposition, Jimmy Jacobs.
And I know he's doing it for her.
Lace yourself.
FH. I recall something about that. Wrestling Society X, of course. Jimmy Jacobs and his former tag team partner. I'm trying to forget. Boy, who was that guy? Blackie Tyler? Something like that?
He's rolling something.
Oh, okay. Well, there he is, nonetheless. Talk about a top talent in the world of professional wrestling. No exception here in VXS.
But
There he is, Jimmy Jacobs.
Here's the interesting story here with Jimmy Jacobs. Jimmy Jacobs made 3 special appearances here in Suffering against Jimmy Lloyd, Jordan Oliver, and Effie. Has not won a single one. Has lost every one of his matches in VXS.
And I bet the odds makers in Vegas could not have predicted that.
Not at all. Perhaps he can turn his fortunes around. Kevin Blackwood with a much better 3-2 record. Kevin Blackwood with victories against Lucky 13, Homicide, and Adrian Quest.
Lying now. Psychological warfare, it looks like. At the same time, Jacobs looks ready.
I know Jacobs statistically is the underdog.
Kevin Blackwood. Introduced to the fans here on Fremont Street, Las Vegas, Nevada. Violence and Suffering. The Battle of the Goths in a submission match. Our second bout of the night here at VXS. Violence and Sufferings, Better Off Dying. Chris Kloss, Jody himself, Jordan Castle, calling the action. Man, oh man, what an outing. Again, guys, VXS outdoing itself once again.
Just when you think we can't, we up the ante. And Kloss, Jody, let me ask you. I told you the records. Who do you see picking up the victory here tonight?
I mean, I got to go with my guy. I mean, we got history together. Jimmy Jacobs. Look at that. Disrespect right here.
Because like I was going to say, before the ring, I was speaking, and I don't want to interrupt him, Jimmy Jacobs might statistically, record-wise, be the underdog here. But I don't think Jimmy Jacobs will.
Whoa, rubbing it on his tongue. I think he's destined for that win. How about again? If you're at the blackjack table 3 in a row, you got it. If red keeps coming up 3, black's got to come up.
That being said, black might have to come up. Kevin Blackwood, Team Tiger Driver 9X. I'm not biased at all, you know.
I think you're incredibly biased.
I'm
Jody,
very
but that's
biased.
beside the point.
I got Kevin Blackwood.
Again, fans, submission match. Hammerlock applied. He can submit him right here.
You can only win by making your opponent tap out. No disqualifications, no countouts, no pinfalls. Cover there, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Referee trying to tell him.
And even match. It happens to us as commentators. We're so used to looking for disqualifications, countouts, pinfalls, and submissions that you might hear us slip up time and again. As these athletes might slip up, as Jimmy Jacobs did there.
And referees.
Right.
But
they're not accustomed to these rules.
But the VXS Rules Committee, of course, before today, there was a big meeting. And this is it, a submission match sanctioned, of course, here in the state of Nevada. A lot of different rules throughout the United States. But this match is a go.
I don't think you're going to win a match like this with a headlock like Kevin Blackwood.
You never know, though. It's a submission match.
You never know. I think this is much more about tiring the Zombie Princess
Have you
Uh,
ever been in a headlock for 5 minutes?
Not by Kevin Blackwood, no.
What was her name?
Whoa.
Never mind.
Plus, I'm going to steal your own line. Be professional here as Kevin Blackwood sends Jimmy Jacobs down to the floor. A little bit of a stalemate here. Jimmy saying you're this close.
Yeah, knowing exactly right there that he had to get out of dodge. Again, submission match. Both guys going, waistlock go behind from Kevin Blackwood here on Fremont Street. And look at this now, getting out of it now. Oh, nice counter again. Jacobs now in a compromising position. Look at these guys mirroring each other to the extreme.
And you know Jacobs has the experience advantage here.
Absolutely.
But Blackwood seems to be keeping up so far.
Oh, totally. And both guys knowing just how important this match is. And you can tell both these guys came into this match with a strategy.
Oh, Blackwood mimicking what Jacobs did to him a minute ago. Just saying you're this close.
There's a lot of ego involved in this match, but there's a lot of strategy that these guys cannot take lightly. There's a lot of psychology, though, at play in this encounter.
Plus, you want to talk about a reflection of our opening contest. Kevin Blackwood, much like Jordan Oliver was to Jack Evans, really a modern-day Jimmy Jacobs, taking so much influence and inspiration from the Zombie Princess.
So what's countering match one and match two? Total respect in match one, total disrespect between
this
the two
match
of these guys.
opened with Jimmy Jacobs taking the entrance attire of Kevin Blackwood and rubbing it all against his butt here.
Oh, come on.
And look at this maneuver here. Knees right to the breadbasket of Blackwood, dangerously close to the nether regions. But again, that doesn't matter.
That
No
was very
12
close
inches.
to the cock and balls.
But does that
The
matter?
what?
From the nether region.
The twig and berries gloss?
You go bull riding up here at Nerds.
We saw Okan here earlier today.
Oh, shit.
Oh, look at that. Head scissor. Nicely done. Very innovative from Jimmy Jacobs again.
Wrenching the neck here. You see Kevin Blackwood trying so hard to get out of it here.
And you see head scissors all the time, but you don't often see the head scissors choking somebody out like that.
You often see a head scissors takeover, but not executed as pretty as Jimmy Jacobs just did.
Absolutely right.
Got the waist to the aesthetic crippler.
It doesn't matter, the pin. Look at this now.
Nice camel clutch there. Look at taking the eyes and the mouth of Kevin Blackwood and just stretching his face like Play-Doh.
Almost a tribute to the Berserker right there, the way he was holding his hand.
Yeah.
John Nord.
And Jimmy Jacobs is Berserk.
Sorry. Huss.
You got it out of your system, Klaus?
I think so. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, the strength of Kevin Blackwood. He's got Jimmy Jacobs on his shoulder here. What's he going for? Maybe an electric chair position? Yes!
Oh!
No!
Fireman's carry, but look at this. Jacobs trying to find out, but very impressive strength.
Kevin
display
Blackwood is so strong. You
on
look
the
at a
part
man
of
of his
Kevin
stature,
Blackwood.
you wouldn't think so, but that is such a strong individual.
So far, what I've learned from this match is that they have each other's number.
Absolutely. It is down to that one critical mistake, Jody.
They know each other so well.
Jimmy Jacobs wrenching the green head of Kevin Blackwood. He's got his legs wrapped around his abdomen here, but Blackwood reversing it maybe into a Boston Crab.
And ironically, with the green head, Blackwood is anything but green. He knows what he's doing.
He is experienced.
And he's not a clown either.
We're going to see Psycho Clown later tonight against Jimmy Lloyd, but before that, we have Jimmy Jacobs taking the we have seen that move. I'll bite from the top rope, but we have seen that move win Kevin Blackwood so many matches. But again, can't go for the pinfall as he usually might.
Talk about desperation right there. Getting out of harm's way and doing it at the right time. And now Blackwood totally with the advantage in this matchup, having Jimmy Jacobs right where he wants him, and Jimmy Jacobs in trouble.
Big power slam favoring the pectoral region, and now grabbing Jimmy Jacobs by the hair. And again, no disqualifications. Referee Pizza Tie Ben has no choice but to let him do it.
He's got that chin lock, and look where he's got him, guys, right in the center of the ring. Wrong part of town for Jimmy Jacobs, away from those ropes.
The ring awareness. I mean, Jody, you're a wrestler. You were once called Jody the Wrestler. Speak on the ring awareness of Kevin Blackwood.
Oh, man, let me tell you. Blackwood, I was going to say earlier, he has done that double stomp to every one of my friends. I'm just thankful he hasn't done it to me. I don't ever want to see myself across the ring from Kevin Blackwood. He is a
Oh, my God. Look at this. Jody, I'm so sorry to kick you off, but Jimmy Jacobs jumping into the arms of Kevin Blackwood, back in that steve position with his arms around the neck and his legs around the abdomen. But again, Kevin Blackwood able to reverse
Back to what I was saying. Kevin Blackwood is a fucking menace. He knows the ring. He knows how to wrestle. He knows how to fight, more importantly.
Both guys going for that cradle front face lock, but to no avail as of yet. Wait a minute.
Oh, shit, onto the knee.
Backbreaker. Up and over, exploder suplex. And now it's Blackwood.
But is that
very impressive at this juncture?
Plus, Jody, whoever can speak on this, is it better to be able to fight or to be able to wrestle in a match?
In
like
this match, I will tell you right now, the most important thing is the threshold of pain. Who can take it the most?
Yes. Both of these men are pretty sick. Both of these men are sick, twisted individuals. I can tell you that much.
These guys are fucked up.
They are.
But that's
their moms
works
might
for
be
them.
watching.
These guys are freaked up.
Does Jimmy Jacobs have a mom? I don't know. As Kevin Blackwood wrenches, he might not have a neck when all is said and done.
Yeah, that does so much damage right there. The way he's got that position, all that pressure on the rotator cuff right there of Jimmy Jacobs. Not a pretty sight, not a fun position to be in. Jimmy Jacobs has got to do something here
Plus,
if he wants to turn the tide.
You're kind of killing two birds with one stone if you're Kevin Blackwood. Not only are you wrenching the arm, you're also digging into the neck.
I don't want to kill the ring announcer.
What?
Said Bird? Kill a bird?
His name is not Larry Bird.
It's a Bird.
His name is Larry Legend.
I don't want to. Okay.
I do want to point out, even though that devastating hold was on Jimmy Jacobs, he was still animated with his hold.
Yes.
No, I don't want to give up.
Talk about animation. Look at it. He's feeling it now.
Shaking the ropes. A la the Ultimate Warrior is Jimmy Jacobs. Irish whipping Kevin Blackwood into it. A big kick by the aesthetic killer.
Big lariat.
Lariato!
If you ask me, the Ultimate Warrior should take notes out of Jimmy Jacobs' book.
I would like to see that. I would like to see the Ultimate Warrior as influenced by Jimmy Jacobs. But both of these men down. Who will make it to their feet first in this submission golf fight?
Referee checking out both of them as we take a look.
Let's take a
at
replay.
Just moments ago here in Las Vegas. Nice reversal there. Jimmy Jacobs. Not enough. Big lariat right there. And now the result is what you're seeing right now. Both guys toe-to-toe. Who will get the better of this exchange?
Almost boxing-esque strikes by Kevin Blackwood as Jimmy Jacobs grabs the abdomen. Kevin Blackwood saying anything Jimmy Jacobs can do, I can do better. Rolling out of harm's way.
I don't know.
But Jimmy Jacobs is back with a cutter. Perhaps taking a move out of Jordan Oliver's arsenal. Who he faced back.
For a Dragon Sleeper here.
He faced him back in Baldwin Park, stealing his offense on Freeman Street.
And look at this now. Look at the face right there, Blackwood.
Come on, Kevin. I'm not biased.
Trying desperately. Yeah, right. Jody himself.
Armbar there by Jimmy Jacobs, perhaps. No. That, if I'm not mistaken, that is a guillotine choke by Jimmy Jacobs.
Oh, look at that. Presence of mind. Ring awareness right there to the ropes.
And I want to speak on the ability of Kevin Blackwood because that is a move that Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon himself, tapped out to. And Kevin Blackwood had the ring awareness to get to the bottom rope.
That's because he's seen Tiger Driver, baby.
What?
They teach that day.
At Tiger Driver?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
A little trivia, Bryan Danielson was living at a dojo in North Hollywood, California when we were training for Wrestling Society X. He would have been on season 2. Just a little tidbit of information.
The
What happened
more
to season
you
2?
know.
That is a very good question.
Fair enough.
A different story for a different time here. The story at hand. Shots traded between Jacobs and Blackwood.
And Jacobs, no! Where did that come from? He got the better of the exchange.
The zombie princess is locked. Fireman's carry position again.
Oh, back into the sleeper, though.
The guillotine choke here. But Blackwood with that second win, once again getting to the ropes and getting to his feet at the same time.
Beautiful counter wrestling between both men. Putting on a clinic here. Oh, nice double axe handle to the chest, taking Jimmy Jacobs down. The two Goth Masters battling it out, but Jacobs getting the better of that exchange. Man, oh man, back and forth, one a match, tornado DDT, into a suplex. And now,
straddling Blackwood here, maybe once again going for that guillotine choke. Yes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
absolutely right. With the legs lock, that front face lock applied. Will this be a submission? Referee right there.
I do just want to point out, these two have been beating the shit out of each other for over 10 minutes, almost 11.
And Kevin Blackwood not giving up, not giving in, not going quietly into the night. Instead, getting Jimmy Jacobs up to his shoulder and sending him down with a fireman's carry.
Death Valley driver right there. However, again, submission only.
Cloverleaf.
Oh, he has him locked in.
And look where he's got him. In the
Jacobs
center.
has nowhere to go. You can see the pain etched across his stubbled face.
This could do it right here. This could be the moment
He's
that Blackwood
reaching
was
for the
looking
ropes.
for.
He's so close. Perhaps so far. Oh, but Blackwood bringing him back to the center of the ring. Great ring awareness. And the knee right to the face of the zombie princess.
Did you see the impact right there and the momentum coming off that rope? Just knocking him clear into tomorrow. And now Blackwood.
Going up top. He's going for that double stomp.
We've seen it before, but he can't pin him.
Oh, right to the small of the back. Can you imagine the impact right there?
Absolutely gnarly. Going for the cloverleaf a second time here. Maybe now that the foot stomp has hit, it'll be enough. Will Jacobs tap?
That has to be it.
Smart wrestling on the part, I got to say, of Blackwood. Like you said, Jordan Castle, going for that back and then wrenching it
Jimmy
in.
Jacobs getting to the rope.
Oh!
He does. Oh,
What a match!
That
what
was
a battle
dangerous,
between
Kloss. That was dangerously close.
What a battle between these two. Man, oh man, 5-star caliber. Blackwood.
This is just a battle of experience from Jimmy Jacobs, and I don't know, Kevin Blackwood has that dog in him, you know? He just has that dog in him. He just wants to beat the shit out of people.
He's got that mean streak that maybe Jimmy Jacobs has lost in recent months as he's settled into more of an office position as a manager and producer for Impact Wrestling.
I didn't say that. That was a Jordan Cassell quote.
Castle, excuse you. But nevertheless, Kevin Blackwood wrenching kicks into the back of Jimmy Jacobs.
Going for that already injured back, exactly
And in
right.
a submission match, that is such smart strategy to try to neutralize a body part, Kloss.
Very much so, Jordan Cassell. Remember Sam Cassell? Never mind.
Like a royal structure, Kloss, like a royal structure, but all the same, Kevin Blackwood heading to the top rope.
Jimmy Jacobs lifeless right now. Look at him.
He's like a ragdoll, Joe.
Going up top in a submission match isn't normally a strategy that you would do, but I think Blackwood has a plan. But also, I think Jacobs hasn't scouted.
And Jacobs, knowing what a position he's in, knowing that he has to do something.
Oh my God.
Once again into the guillotine choke. Maybe the fourth or fifth time this match. Kevin Blackwood reaching for the ropes, but has nowhere to go. And he taps.
And he tapped out. That's it.
Oh, man.
Jimmy Jacobs.
Jimmy Jacobs acquiring his first victory in violence and suffering.
What a battle! Man, oh man, 2 for 2. Our opening contest, the submission match here in Las Vegas. Thank you, fans, wherever you are, joining us worldwide on Fight TV. Violence and suffering, better off dying.
And Kloss, Jody, at this time, I believe we have some business to attend to in the ring. Fans, we're going to be right back in just a few moments.
Shit, do I got to go over there? All right.
Just come over here.
That's right. I gotta tell you, it means so much to me to be right back here in Las Vegas. But I am not the only voice to the violence tonight. At this time, please join me in welcoming our commentary team right here to the ringside area. We've got Jordan Castle. can hear from the other voices that bring us the violence and suffering.
What the fuck is up, Denny? Right there, baby. It's not even irrelevant this time. I am fucking honored to be here standing next to my two brothers, Jordan Castle, whose name I just learned that I was mispronouncing for the past 6 months.
It's Cassell.
It's Castle. He told me that. I thought it was Cassell as well. And also, the motherfucking Wrestling Society X motherfucking legend, XPW legend, Chris fucking Clark! And I'm gonna be honest, I am an attention whore, but I didn't think about anything to say before this, so I'm gonna hand this motherfucking microphone over to my friend Chris. How the hell are you guys doing tonight? We are currently streaming live worldwide on Fight TV, so make some noise, because this is Violence and Suffering and the Las Vegas debut, and you guys are all part of it. Thank you so much. What do you think of the action so far? Yeah? What do you think of the action so far? More to come. It's going to be one hell of a night. It is hot, and we're not just talking about the weather. Violence and Suffering, better of night. Jordan Cassell. She said Cassell. Castle. Like a regal castle. All right, we called 2 matches, but we got a lot left to go. All the excitement coming at you. What do you think so far? Fans, who's ready for Jimmy Lloyd versus Psycho Clown? Who's ready for Drew Parker versus Areza? Who's ready for Nick Wayne versus the Life Chris Bay? We got so much great action coming at you from the Trap House live on Freedom Street. But before that, I regret to inform you that at this time, we are out here as journalists to introduce the one, the only Dr. Protect. Dr. Protect.
Is this on, fans? Welcome back in the broadcast booth. Oh my gosh, what in the world was the meaning of that? Back here, Jordan Castle is trying to kind of restore some order with the people, the sound people, the lighting. It was all chaotic. We were down there, myself, you, Jody himself. What is the beef with you two?
They said that I could say anything that I want, and then I was saying,
who said that?
VXS said I could say whatever I want, and then I was saying horse cock and donkey dick.
And they were getting mad at you.
They were getting mad. You can't change the rules because you don't like how I'm doing it. And then Dr. Redacted, he just beat me up.
Well, maybe Dr. Redacted wasn't asked that question. Maybe he took exception. Obviously did. But how unprofessional can one guy be?
Dude, every time I see him, he just beats the shit out of me.
Jody, are you okay?
No.
We hear the announcement right there as if he needed any introduction after he basically introduced himself. And there he is, Rob. Sorry, Mom.
I think Jody should be the one to say Rob Shit's name.
I think you better watch anything you do now in front of the good doctor. Should I say the good doctor?
Yeah, he's a bad doctor. We saw what he did to our broadcast colleague, but nevertheless, perhaps the bigger story here is Rob Shit.
Yeah, where was he?
Making his VXS debut, coming off of an incredible performance at LA Fights Volume 4 just this past weekend. But right out of the starting gate, getting that green goop on his face, courtesy of the bad doctor.
Fuck this guy, dude.
This guy, Rob Shit, is blinded here, guys. He's got that green mist. Luckily, we're here up at the Nerd Bar, so we didn't have to smell it like we did Baldwin Park, but that sent walking throughout Fremont Street, I have no doubt here.
You can smell it all the way up to the Golden Gate even, or even Biff's, the plaza. Look at this now, Irish whip to the far side.
Yeah, eat shit, Dr. I think I have a concussion.
I would not be shocked with the beating you took.
Look over here. No. Oh, man, this is bad.
Hey guys, if you're Dr. Redacted, let me ask you, what did this do for your strategy? He was not expecting a match tonight.
Nobody was!
Let alone against the caliber of Rob Shit.
And Rob Shit.
Big power slam there, goes for the cover.
Rob Shit nailing a power slam, but yes, you're right, Jordan Castle. Nobody was expecting this. We came down there acknowledging the fans, acknowledging all of you watching on Fight TV here on Fremont Street. What a moment out there. It was so electric. And then Redacted come out.
Oh my God, face first.
He comes out, ruins not only our moment, but I believe everybody watching and everybody here in Las Vegas. What the hell was that all about? And then out of nowhere,
VXS is all about having a good time. They want to put on the best show possible for these amazing fans, but Dr. Redacted is ruining all of that, wrenching Rob Shit's neck into the middle rope.
And he did ruin all that, but I think taking exception, Rob Shit, and man, we did not expect this. He is not on the lineup.
No, neither of these men are. We knew Dr. Redacted hadn't given a graphic to speak, so we didn't expect him to interrupt us with the nasty language he did, but now, against the ropes.
Oh, he did the Kevin Nash squisher. Kevin Nash's squisher.
Redacted does not have the size of Big Daddy Cool.
Where's he going?
It seemed to have worked.
This impromptu match here.
It's got to be anything goes here.
Surprises.
It always is with Redacted.
Look, I'm trying to be fucking.
Wait, look at what he has. What is that? Those are spikes.
Oh,
those are skewers.
The
skewers, yes.
Oh, he's.
Oh no!
Taking the headband back, revealing the forehead, wearing the headband on his own head to add insult to injury. Oh my God!
Rob Shit doesn't even know. Waving off.
Oh, fuck no, dude.
He's not just giving him one row, he's giving him two. Rob Shit with the skewer bunny ears.
You know what?
They are stuck in his skull.
You know what? I'm coming to a little bit. I will gladly take getting thrown out of the ring over this. God damn.
How many fingers am I holding up?
4.
Rob Shit pulling the skewers out of his face. Dr. Cube with the mocking language. But Rob Shit with haymakers. Redacted. Dr. Redacted taking haymakers from Rob Shit.
Nice counter right there.
Throwing him out of the ring, and now Redacted with the steel chair.
This guy's just mentally deranged. He's disturbed. He's just lifeless. Oh, what a shot right there to the chest cavity.
He's a sicko, but he is effective. He has a high pain tolerance, and he's innovative when it comes to this assault.
Look at that. Oh, shades of Sabu right there.
Rob is tapping into the shit side of himself, but it looks like Dr. Redacted is shitting himself. Wait.
No, that's Calico Cut Pants.
Oh.
Shit has nothing to do with it, Jody, but nevertheless, Rob Shit back and forth here.
Wait a minute, look at those chairs set up, guys.
Dr. Redacted planning something very, very dastardly.
Dr. Redacted is telling me that he has to give.
If you're Rob Shit, you have to give. And right now, Dr. Redacted giving Rob Shit a shit ton of offense.
And look at this now, going up to the second rope, but Shit is on the outside.
Oh my fucking God!
And fans, I believe from our angle, Rob Shit able to duck out of the way. That was all Redacted landing back first into both the steel and the pavement.
You do the concrete. That is nothing 100% concrete, fans outside.
You do have to take into consideration, though, Rob Shit moved out of the way and he's still down. He didn't take.
Take a look at this one more time. Look at this now.
Oh my fucking God. Okay.
Excellent.
Let's go. Oh my God. So he took a little bit.
Jody, is that what it felt when you got tossed to the outside, when you got chucked into the pavement by Redacted?
No, Rob Shit is much tougher than I am, let me tell you.
Fair enough.
Because I would have quit a long time ago.
Showing that toughness, back and forth, trading haymakers.
And I'm sorry that happened here. That was uncalled for.
You know what?
How many fingers now am I holding up?
7.
Dr. Redacted doesn't have hair, but if he did, he would slick it back. Big shot to the chest of Rob Shit.
Big reverse knife edge right there. Dr. Redacted on a mission. Not only when we were there, but on a mission now with the opposition. Open hand chops though. Both men not giving an inch, not backing down. A lot of moxie, a lot of guts.
He's giving it too much room. I know Dr. Redacted.
Whoa! Rob Shit has Redacted's foot, sends him down to the floor, sweeps him over.
And now look at this now, belly to back perhaps. Nice.
Almost a Michinoku driver for 2, but not the 3.
A thunder bomb indeed right there. But not enough to put the man in blue away, stomping now.
And here's the thing, guys. We talk a lot about the nastiness, the grossness of Redacted here. But Rob Shit, a pretty nasty fellow.
Oh, yeah.
Right. He knows how to turn that on.
You see that face he gave right
He's
there?
currently a piece of shit.
He
in a good
is,
way.
And he's happy about it.
This
guy told me back at LA Fights at the UCC that he has literally been in parking lot fights where he has pooped into his own hand. This is not me paraphrasing. Where he has pooped into his own hand and thrown it at his opponent. I would not put that on tonight.
It's going green recycling.
Right.
I would guess
his face is green right now.
I would guess that he lives for New Year's Eve.
Oh, he definitely wears a white
Look
bathing
at the
suit.
viciousness, the violence. No pun intended here. Violence and suffering from both men. Fans once again crisscross. Jordan himself, Jordan Castle, live on Fight TV, Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas. The debut of VXS in Sin City. And man, oh man,
what's Rob
what
Shit
a night
going
of
for?
action it's been so far, and a whole lot more to go.
I think he's just looking to beat his opponent down.
These guys are looking for anything and everything. Keep in mind.
And again,
Rest
this is not a match that either man really planned for here. Rob Shit has Redacted on his shoulders. They're making this up on the fly. Who's going to go careening into those steel chairs? That's the variable currently in the center of the ring.
Redacted said, fuck these chairs. Nobody's going into these.
He doesn't care about pleasing the fans, giving them what they want, giving them what they cheer for. Why should he? He's only a professional wrestler.
He wants to take Rob Shit to give him some sort of surgery of some kind, but not the kind that's going to be beneficial. I don't think so. A rather shitty surgery.
And I want to point out, guys, Redacted, despite all his talking, despite all his jaw-jacking, has not picked up a victory since last August, almost 10 months ago. He needs this W against Rob Shit.
Oh, unbelievable. And both men showing just how bad they want this. But there's also a ton of animosity between these two. Wait a minute,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shades of Savage once again. Uh-oh. We are in Sin City.
Gyrate and hip flex.
We've all been there. Right?
Just a Thursday night in Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been there.
Oh, wait a minute, Rob Shit. No, counter right there.
This
Redacted
piece of
needing
shit.
to get out of Dodge. And now Redacted now setting up again. Maybe this time he wants to capitalize. Oh, no.
Redacted's got Rob Shit up.
He's got,
Oh, Jesus Christ, Saito!
Did you see the impact onto the steel chairs?
I wish I didn't.
Rob Shit's neck just crunching with those steel chairs, and that Dr. Cube sitting on him, middle finger to the fans.
Oh, and
Redacted picks up the W.
Man, oh man, let's go up for the official word. Redacted. Unbelievable.
Such an impressive performance here by Dr. Redacted. You don't have to love him. I know I
Look
don't.
at this. Let's take a look. One sec, Jordan Castle. Take a look at this.
Take a gander at this replay to see why.
Saito suplex coming up, but more importantly, going right in with the force and the speed. Oh! Into those steel chairs, picking up the much-deserved victory over Rob Schitt. Dr. Redacted on a mission here in Violence and Suffering. What a way to debut in Las Vegas. And Rob Schitt.
Rob Schitt's pissed. Banging his head against the turnbuckle.
He's shitting himself.
Kicking the chairs. I would be after losing to an a-hole like Dr. Redacted.